the description there is a really cool video that like you can check out from a streamer called Dan Before Time. Yeah, nah, I wanted to say Land Before Time because I know that's a play on words with Land Before Time. So it's like I go back to my childhood and was like, oh, well, Littlefoot. I instantly want to go to that. But yeah, Dan Before Time had this really cool theory about like how they coincide and they basically have the same kind of scriptures and everything is kind of lined up. So it's like, what if there's some kind of giant sun fucking dial, and you have to have every single one kind of line up at the right portion of the day. It just lines up, and all of a sudden it's just like kind of like the whole Mayan thing where they used to have the whole galactic calendar. They would go to certain places and be able to like freaking see. Same thing with like Aztec cultures. Like a lot of them studied the stars, and they had like these really elaborately cool like dials like that. I don't know if they open gates, but I mean like in this world it seems to be so. So I kind of want to check that out. Like but I'm gonna pull up the stream real fast before anyone hops in. That way I'm a little bit ahead of the game. And I'm charging my fucking headset. I totally forgot to do that last night. But it's no biggie. There we go. And where is the video? Should be deep into the elaborate 110 videos or, you know, odd plus videos that I have nowadays. Where is that live symbol? There's that live symbol. Alright, so first things first, we're in like a whole different area. I see that I don't have like too much more improvements that I can have happen, but I'm gonna take a look and a gander just to make sure that we actually can utilize our time and material that I have. So not really gonna be like too good for as far as that. Boltcaster's probably gonna be the same, but I mean the Boltcaster doesn't go up too high. Okay, well maybe there is some stuff, but you can see that there's a lot more higher build stuff that I can get. So I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm going to scrap that to the way pile, and we're going to be able to push on. Like now I can see that there's a lot of material that I can get rid of, and let me just like look over the multi-tool mixtures of like what's really important for each different category. That way I can size it up, because now that I understand that maybe it isn't the multi-tool that's like being like the key to it, and it may be, maybe it's a combination of utilizing like each one, because yeah, I know. I'm way earlier than like normal. I freaking like kind of like got down to the point of trying to like stream a little tiny bit earlier, but like dude, I saw this really cool video by this guy named Dan Before Time. And like he had this theory about like how the portals are activated by like almost like with the surrounding ruins, because he like saw the scripture on like the golden ball that I had kicked around before. Like it was like some soccer ball. I was like, oh cool, but like, and eventually he saw the same carvings, and on the side of the portal has the same carving. So I was like, oh, what if there's just an elaborate sundial? So it's like maybe we have to mine the shit out of a fucking mountain. So you know, it just basically goes back kind of like old school, like freaking like Mayan like sundial shit like that. So I'm kind of curious like how that plays out, because it doesn't seem like the multi-tool may, but maybe we have to shoot something at these sundials and it charges something, because like he looked at like the kind of the weather vane that held the flag for the alien race, and it almost lined up perfectly with the portal, and I was like, holy shit, that's like some Indiana Jones later like Raider of the Lost Ark type shit. So it's like I'm really interested to like figure this out, like, because it seems like this is like everyone right now is just like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with the whole process of like how this works, because you know portals is, oh no, damn it, no, I wish I can move that, but it's all right. I need to pay attention. Thank goodness I can recraft that. Anyways, point being is portals is on everyone's minds right now, and for me it's definitely on mine. Like I really want to figure out like what the hell's going on for as far as that. So cool, I was able to add a little bit more. That was kind of tight, not like too tight, because I obviously just had to do it twice, double downed. But the whole point of me being inside here is trying to figure out. So okay, for that one I need to find the neutrino modules. See, a lot of these are like the top end iron. I can get really easily and start crafting a little bit more of like a freaking like run right there, because I do want to have like stuff. And like the cool thing that I'm starting to realize is maybe my boltcaster isn't always the answer. As long as I have some like elite shit on it, it should be fine. I should be able to fuck up some aliens, like, because I have like a really vast like choice up here in the top out. It's like I can get this just to destroy shit. Oh cool, man, like perfect timing for you then. Just like gonna slide in, be able to relax and just watch the stream. And freaking how's your No Man's Sky adventures been? I know you've been like you posted the two that I saw. I haven't seen anything. I haven't checked the page since then, so I don't know. Maybe you have some stuff uploaded, because I've been like freaking playing Pokemon Go for like pretty much all of yesterday, which was hella fun. I gashed in on some really cool Pokemon, so very progressive in that. Okay, cool. So it looks like everything is pretty much just iron dependent right now, besides like a micro cloth or two, which I don't really like the ricochet anyways, and platinum being like another necessity. So and the neutrino, we already knew that. This I need to get fucking 5 of those sphere bowls so I can get that mixture with plutonium and titanium, get that home beacon, because that'd be tight. I want that. Iridium needs to be in my life for as far as what's going on with that. Radnex, very cool. I'm gonna have to definitely craft that because nothing usually uses Radnex, and I'll get rid of some of my stockade at the same time. Looks like Iridium again. So Iridium's a main gem. I'm gonna have to destroy a few rocks in order to get that. And as we go down the chart, it looks like pretty much everything else except for just iron. Yeah, pretty much iron, Iridium are the main ones besides the little trinket ones. Alright. Cool. So, let's go down to the planet real fast. If I haven't already discovered it, of course. And for right now, I'm gonna keep the stockade as shit, because like this is actually pretty useful, and it's not like taking up too much. But I'm gonna go ahead and move this over real quick, so I can see exactly cleanly how much freaking inventory I'm dealing with. Which I probably have just enough to like destroy a ship over and like take it in, just in case I actually have like something I can actually utilize more materials for. And cool thing is I'm wide awake. So like freaking I have like a lot of hours I can log in. I might go upstairs and grab like a freaking coffee like that I got, like, cause like Walgreens had this really awesome sale on like Starbucks. I'm not really that much of a coffee person, but I really want to fucking figure shit out today on No Man's Sky, and I have like freaking like pretty much the whole rest of the day, so it's like I can pretty much invest a lot. Oh shit! I needed that damn move anyways. Invest some time into this for as far as stepping forward with an answer. Maybe I may break for like a lunch or something like that later on, but yeah, I'll worry about that when I get hungry. But I'll be on and off like this live stream in the pursuit of knowledge. A cool thing is like everyone that's like basically found the portals has all been by luck. Everyone's been like, yeah, I was gonna go check out these ruined, and then all of a sudden I look over and then there's a gigantuan motherfucking like shadow. And that's how I found it. I was just like driving around to a ruin. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? Flipped around and there we are. So first off, there goes a ruin. I don't know, maybe a portal? Huh? Nope, doesn't seem like it. But you know, hey, let's go ahead and park. You see what we can find here really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the real quick auto park. As long as you're on a flat surface, it'll be chill. So I had to like really quickly. Oh, the weather is gonna be a problem, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of analyze some stuff. I need to work on my trophy. Next time I meet up with Polo on the anomaly station, I should be able to turn in a little bit more. I mean, and that's one of the cool things. What's going on? How you doing, Gaming Mike? How's the No Man's Sky streaming's been going?
Hi, Brandon Sudat.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly look over here. Looks like I analyzed almost everything. But yeah, Gaming Mike, my whole like drive right now has been trying to figure out these portals. I came across one, and like hella people everywhere I've been looking for an answer, and like no one's really been able to find one except for this really cool guy, Dan Before Time, found this really cool video which I posted a link. You should definitely check it out. It gets a link to this whole theory about the surrounding ruins, and like, you know, sometimes you can find those gold soccer balls or footballs you can like kick around. Those like seem to be the ones that are usually lined up with it, and like had the same scripture scribble on the wall of the portal that it did on the freaking like actual physical like the golden ball itself. And I was like, holy shit, that seems like a sound theory. And I was like, well, wonder if that's just like a fucking huge like sundial, you know, like what if, you know? I'm wondering, because it's like it is on everyone's mind. It's like still playing this game. It's like, well, what the hell are these things and what do they do? You know, it's like, is it a quick ticket to like the freaking end game? Does it take me to a fucking Atlas station so I can birth a planet? It's like a shortcut. It's like, oh yeah, there's Nada and Polo. They knew about this the whole fucking time. They just didn't want to tell you. So overpowered, that goes. The reality, restore, remove power, remove isotopes. Extract the isotopes now. Eject them from the freaking like, warp log. Sweet. I am thanked by a glowing firework. Yeah, you see? That was for me. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to the ship because it did warn me when I got on here this planet's weather was gonna be a little bit wacky tacky, but that's fine. I got a casting. Be worth something, I guess. And let's see if I can't scan anything else. Looks like I got everything except for that rock, maybe. But that's way too far. I can probably get this little guy right here and analyze it and be good. There we go. Something new to add to the log. Alright. So let me go ahead and get up here in the air. Warm up in this freaking, like, spaceship. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep pushing forward, trying to find, like, a little bit of a way station so I can hit up a... more likely, like, some, ruins. See if I can try to see if there maybe is any crazy-ass fucking monolith here. I do wish my spaceship had lights. It would be so much cooler. Thought I saw something in the glimmer of the light here. But I wasn't too positive about that. Oh, you know what I can do really fast? This would be, like, way better. Because I did adjust this, like, earlier in the game. And it is, like, really, really low now. I can just turn it up real quick to... let's just say, like, oh, you know, 40 will be fine. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit overbearing, like, for as far as, like, what you can see. He's sitting a little bit closer, but I've adjusted the camera just perfectly now where I'm like a little bit farther away from the TV screen, so it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, that added a huge more depth to like what I can see inside of this kind of like crazy ass planet. That looks like cryonite. No, it's an optical illusion. Some rocks glow different colors. Now that's interesting. Is that like a whole bunch of ships just dropping into orbit? And what are they dropping into orbit to? But that looks really, really far off. So I'm gonna keep searching, I guess. We'll try to see if we can line up to their trajectory, get there a little bit faster. 'Cause there's the arch pattern. Watch it be pirates. There's a damn trap. They're all going into the atmosphere, but it doesn't seem like... I think they might be going around the planet to somewhere. That's just their arch pattern. Yeah, it's an intergalactic trail. Kind of like how the airplanes, like when they're like in the top of the freaking like atmosphere. Now that's interesting. Doesn't seem like it has what I need, so I guess I'll push on forward. Alright. So far, nada. And that doesn't... yes, it does. That does have exactly what I need. So let's land. Perfect. Alright, so like really quickly, let me see if I can craft a bypass key. I should, because I'm assuming that should be... yes, that's exactly what I need. A little more plutonium to counteract that lovely point of iron. Now, I just need iron anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and snag a whole bunch so we can get some more, like, our multi-tool going in a second. I believe I needed iridium, which we'll find too eventually. And looking at my inventory, it's not too overinflated. So, first things first, let's craft at least... I'm going to say probably 4 to 5 like bypass keys, because I want to try to be a little productive on this planet. I'm trying to spend a little bit more time on them as I kind of go by. It's like, what if there is a portal on every fucking planet, but it's just like, you know, most people just don't come by it, because it's like, it's so fucking vast and so small of a place. There's like one per planet. I mean, it's like, you know, us, if we fucking journeyed around the planet, we wouldn't be able to see everything unless we knew where the fuck we were going. So it's like, it is all by chance. Now, that doesn't sound good. For as far as like Stormwatch 2000 freaking like 16 here in space. I have 50% on there, so I'm gonna have to make this quick and simple. So transmission tower, hopefully they can give us another ship. That'd be really cool. I will take that. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give my thermal protection a little bit more protection. Nice, and life support I might as well give you some love too, so you can have some carbon. I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine with me because I freed up a slot right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep doing this before I fucking fry alive in this storm, but hey, you know, I guess it works towards that freaking, like, there's a trophy for that, you know, surviving shit. So, let's go ahead and go to Monolith, see what it gives me. Might give me, like, some kind of, like, really badass key. That's how everyone seems to find them, is they're, like, on their way, from what I've noticed, to a Monolith myself, and so I just saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna go and venture over there and see what the hell it is, and then, sure enough, lo and behold, I end up finding this fucking crazy-ass cool thing. So, alright, there we go. Perfect. Oh, hell yes. Manufacturing facility. Oh, the shelter's right here. How convenient. It located something that was just like, you know, right next to us. So funny. Alright, so I'm probably about like 10 to 20% of my fucking thermal protection if I had to take a while, I guess. I don't think it's gonna last any much longer than that. Because I probably have one more, you know, good go. Oh no, the storm died. Cool. Or it's dying down, should I say. There we go. Oh hell yes. So I'm gonna say, let's go for another monolith. Just so I can kind of like keep the filler points out there to see if I can catch anything. And I think that might be it. I might have like lit up all the 5 that I've gotten. So alright. I am very excited about the alien artifact because I don't get those as much, and it's a plaque. Maybe there's a plaque trophy. But let's go inside real fast. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly hit that freaking save point and see if we can get inside here before our shield fucking falls down. Deep fried, yeah, that's what's gonna happen if I don't like quickly top off my freaking like hazard material, as my shields are probably gonna break in a second. Alright, there we go. But it's fine. I'll survive. It's just a little storm, even though there's Heridium right up there. Alright, so let me go ahead and just get this element. Yes, aluminum. Hell yes. What the hell was that? That sounded like some kind of lost styled creature. Turn around, there's gonna be like a fucking hurley bird or something. Alright. So, I need to get inside of this fucking space station. Where can I get in? Oh shit. There we go. Wow. As you can see with the visor, we were being cooked alive. Let's operate this reflector. See what we can get. So, okay, it reversed a little bit. 3 went to the other side. So 4 is going to go down to the 3rd spot. 6 goes over there, so it's a 6 sandwich. Which makes me hungry, actually. A sandwich does sound good for lunch. Oh, hell yes. Okay, we got another, like, signal detected. Now, that wasn't what I wanted, but still something. Oh, cool. Hopefully our shields have thermally kind of got back up. Nope. You need to top that off as it slowly... Oh, it just goes from one to the other. This planet's just a doozy. Oh, sweet. Another chance to get something that I already have. One of these days, we'll get something new. Maybe like on, like, you know, the high Richter scales. But maybe that's what, like, going into, like, these, like, you know, more, like, in-depth V1, 2, and 3 passes, like, get you... Maybe that's where, like, all the rarer stuff is. Because I don't have a V3 pass. And maybe that might be preventing me from actually getting some really cool stuff, which I want. I want everything. I want to be able to say I've actually scraped the bottom of the barrel of this game, which not many people have. But it is kind of cool to see this community growing about this portal question. You know, it's like, what are they? Where'd they come from? Why do they exist? What do they do? I should probably get that Heridium back there. Then we'll sit inside of our freaking cargo bin. Hey, calm down. Alright, gonna analyze as I go, then destroy as I go. Oh, really? You want to make this a battle? Wow. The bolt caster already is pretty elite. Alright, buddy. Wait until I reload. It's like some Star Wars, like, fucking Gatling gun. The light machine gun here. Alright, buddy. Chill your roll. Alright, so let's go ahead and analyze this rock. The pet rock. Oh, there's something new. It's like a cactus. Alright, I already discovered that, so... I'm really needing to get us to that Heridium rocket. It's just to the left of me. I think I got that already. Okay, no, apparently I don't. The 4-leaf clover, like, fucking looking rock. Alright, perfect. Get the Thamium. And let's go ahead and get to... No, wrong one. There we go. Alright. Need to craft something that's gonna cool it down. There we go. This thing works hella well. It's very like mineral efficient, like, for as far as what you yield out. Because normally I'd be like, at getting this much destruction of the fucking iridium rock, I would not even be like at a fraction point of this. Like, this is unheard of for me. This is like a Honda gas tank. Hell yeah, I'm getting hella iridium, barely wasting any gas. Alright, cool. So it seems like I'm carving the remaining of it is out of the freaking mountain here. So I'm gonna go ahead and like finish this off. I'm gonna leave it like sculpted art right there. I think it kind of looks like a face. Like a slug. Alright, so anywho, like I got my iridium. Let's get back to the ship. Don't want to get too far away from it. Alright, there we go. So there's the main place. And since I don't really have a transmission tower, I am going to go ahead and craft 2 to 3 more of these bypass keys. Since it is extreme as fuck out here, might as well do it while it's calm right now. Because otherwise it's going to be like more of an issue. So I guess transmission towers are going to be the name of the game. At least for me trying to figure out if I can get another ship. Because that is what I'm still trying to do. It's like, you know, I have a really, you know, mid-30s, very early 30s should I say, like freaking inventory. But I want more of like, you know, that 48. That's going to be like freaking like the creme fraiche. To quote Randy Marsh. That's so funny of an episode when he becomes the chef. He's like, oh, creme fraiche. He's like using on everything. You're like, Randy, what the fuck? It's hella funny though. It's so funny. Alright, so let me go ahead and keep spamming this real quick. Because that is one thing I did love finding out. Like, I didn't really realize that until like one viewer was like, hey, you know, you can just spam the shit out of that. And I was like, oh, I thought they were like a one-time use type thing. And there goes my transmission tower. So I can invest this last one into a monolith, which would be really cool. Because I already have a manufacturing facility like lined up. And anything else would probably be some like operation base in the area. So let's just see. We'll map it out real quick. So hopefully I find something a little bit more along the lines of, you know, what is going to be on this planet. Maybe there is a portal, maybe there isn't. I don't know. I want to find out personally, because, you know, like that whole thing that I posted a link to, that gives such a beautiful theory for as far as so I ran out of them. Perfect. I have enough iridium, so let's go inside my ship real fast, and then I'm going to craft a little bit more of an upgrade to my multi-tool. Because, you know, I don't know, maybe that does have a lot to do with, like, opening, like, it's a combination of, like, a multi-tool and, like, figuring out, like, the monoliths around it. There's just, like, so much. It's just very interesting. Everyone's, like, wondering, you know, what the fuck do they do? I am, at least. Like, oh, geez. Yes, I am asking that question a lot. So, I'm not really going to craft, like, anything for as far as leaving the planet when it comes down to, like, a warp cell yet, because we're going to be on here for a second. This planet, at least. So first things first, let's go ahead and see if there's any upgrades I can finally get with this. I think I've already topped out on my scanning. Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, now let's look at more along the lines of this lovely material. So this is it real here. And like, seems like I need the neutron modules in order to even go up any farther. So I guess like, for as far as this is, I should probably leave this alone. Like, I don't really want to go until I can actually get one of these and start building it up, because I'm not trying to put too much into the explosive area. I want to save more for the bolt caster as it comes up. So short burst adapter, that's a really cool one. Like, it utilizes iridium and like some copper and zinc, but it releases a short rapid sequence. So it's like it's going to speed things up even faster than what they already were. But let's see if anything's farther past that, because 5 is kind of the top out of what I got like so far on some of these. And it seems like, let's see here, the damage inflicted on the cost is like pretty cool. So let's make sure we're hovering over the right spot, because I did that by mistake last time, and I regretted it because I had to delete something and remake it. I don't want to do that. So first off first, it seems like we got this. That's kind of cool, but it's not really fucking cool. Thank goodness we're in a fucking ship. That would be not a fun thing right now. It would not be a fun situation. This weather is so crazy. Like, I've never really been on a planet where it just goes from, like, crazy to even crazier. But, okay, so first off first, I'm going to give it to more of damage. Like, that's going to come, like, to a more elite point when we have to deal with robots that are just being pesky. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the short burst adaptation. What is going on, Bad Elf? How you been? as I upgrade my multi-tool. Alright, so I think that might be everything I kind of want to spend in, because I want to spend some other stuff. I don't need to reflect. I don't need to settle. Oh, cool. The charge is complete on this thing. I can take out this cord. I love my headset for what it is. Eventually I'm going to be getting a better one, which is going to be coming later this month. I'm super stoked about that. So, I don't think I'm going to get much more for the multi-tool. I still want to leave that 2 open, and I can fill this in later on if it ends up being that I don't. So let's give our laser a little bit of freaking like upgrading. And it doesn't mean I might be able to do much, but I can definitely intensify the portion of it in order to make it like way cooler. I wish I could have like gotten more iridium. That would have been way to the point. But for right now, I am going to go ahead and upgrade that, and we'll just upgrade it right here. I'll go ahead and go over, because I never know what I'm going to find. I may find something that's way better at this manufacturing facility that gives me these things. So it's like, for right now, this is my happy point. Like, I'm building the gun I really wanted to with the space I have. Now, maybe I'll find another one that will be, like, way more slotted. Hopefully. That'd be cool. But for right now, I'm just playing around with it. I can always break it out and just get to some of the actual physical, like, elements back, which are pretty cool. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing forward real quick and just take myself into the air as we get away from here. Because we already got our freaking like beacon from the inside of there. So we're looking for the closest possible point that we can get to. So that monolith is kind of chill, especially if I speed up. Same thing with that. Those are definitely within like flying distances. But I'm looking for something even closer like this. This would have been like a wasted if freaking like point. And this might be something cool because I don't really go to the plaques. Like who knows what we're gonna find here for as far as like information wise. And start realizing like in the monoliths what the varieties are, because like there is like, you know, like monoliths, there's ruins, there's plaques, which we get right here. So let's see what this is. It's like probably more than likely just more knowledge for me. These golden balls of like craziness. They look like a giant like blockhead looking soccer ball or football, depending on what, you know, portion of the country you're from, or countries. Plural. Combined, yes. The game was listening. Anywho, let's get back to the ship before we fucking melt. Like some fucking, like, destructed portion. Oh, whoa, whoa, check it out. People that don't exist. It's NPCs. Alright, in the pursuit of knowledge! Damn it, we'll do this. Rosetta Stone. Oh man, I'm gonna be cutting it close. This is gonna eat into my shields just a little bit. Commendable. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Really? Thank you, Rosetta Stone. I believe that was a little bit of the respecting factor. But it's cool. I haven't like depleted my shields, so perfect. Alright, so first things first, check that. Always check that. Make sure you got enough. So let's get the hell out of here for as far as we got there. We already like set that off just to make sure. We're gonna go and check a look around and see what else is closer. So 4 minutes. That beacon is 1 minute. That shelter is like already discovered. Same thing with this beacon. So a lot of the beacons are way closer. So like we're gonna have to stay in this valley for just a little bit. But let me see how long this and this is, because it might be worth it to hit this right over here, the shelter, and kind of ping back as I kind of go around. Unless we find a ship, then we can kind of check that out. So. Which, I mean, once you hit the thrusters, you know, like it minimalizes, and that's why I was like kind of just like utilizing the neutral, like where it's just like rolling forward on its own, just because like you get like more of a natural point of like how really far things are, because it's like when you're accelerating, things are changing, so it's kind of like you gotta look around and keep reanalyzing. And this way is a really quick way to kind of analyze what's going on without like going too far in another direction and giving you more time that you're like wasting as you go inside of there. I mean, the whole goal is to try to like freaking sweep through these planets as fast as possible and get like, you know, the information that you seek. You know, you don't want to be on here for like fucking a year. I was like, I mean, that would be funny to watch if someone like ended up like freaking being on here for like a fucking year and ended up being like some, you know, like Wilson situation. You know, it's like someone yelling at a soccer ball because it's like they've gone crazy on a fucking like single planet trying to like realize what is up. Like that would be funny. I swear, stranded on a fucking portal planet. Like, I'd watch that. That'd be hella funny. But thank goodness I marked mine. Like, the minute I actually found a portal, like, I marked mine. So if anyone comes across it in, like, the second galaxy, you know, it's called P1. You can very easily, like, find it, like, somewhere on that planet that exists. So it's like, I've been trying to mark them as I find them so that other travelers will understand that, like, there is something there to be found. You know, it's like, So really quickly, that seems like it's like times 2 then minus 1. And then again, this shows a different pattern. Seems like it's almost, it's plus 2, plus 3. Okay, that kind of makes sense. If it's plus 4 past that, which is, no, it's plus 5 on that one. Huh. Okay, and then the next one is the visible point, another point. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I'm gonna take a wild guess. I mean, you know, a good actual like hypothesis point. I'm going to say, like logically, by the way, it's kind of going up and crescendoing. I'm gonna say 32, but 34 is almost like a natural point where I want to say, but I might be wrong. Yeah, no signal found. It's fine. I have lots of places I can explore.
It's 3-4.
Oh, I know. I you know, my instinct wanted to go there, but I mean, I do appreciate the help. I should have paid more attention to it, but
How are you generating all this text you say?
it is with the PlayStation. Like, it was able to like freaking do that. If you go inside the broadcast settings, you're able to like freaking select it, and then it allows you to have this lovely Stephen Hawking voice you can tailor, and that way you can kind of chat and talk with like the actual like freaking viewer points, if that's what you're asking. Because my phone just turned off, so I don't know if this is a returning viewer asking this question, and or if someone is new in this chat room. But let me find out. As I like open this back up, I see there's a lot of people inside of here. So this is a new people. Thank you very much, Moser Gaming, for like letting me know that answer. I was a little bit far behind. I think it's like about like a few seconds where I can't hear it when you guys type in before it actually says. And for the new person, yes. And that is a really cool freaking icon. The dark shadowed like Sonic. I like that. That's really badass. Which I don't know if you noticed, they have like a really cool collector edition. If you're a Sonic fan, like go on Amazon, look up like it's like the Master Collection system, and it comes with like what that fucking looks like an old school like freaking Master Genesis system, like with a huge like iconic fucking like Sonic on top of it, and like it's like really affordable. I think it's only like freaking $60 or some shit like that, and you get this really cool like toy, and it's like all the other freaking like old school like Sonics remastered. So definitely check it out if you're a Sonic fan. You might like that. But let's go ahead and like see if we can get in our ship and find something. Ooh, hold on real fast before I take off and waste my freaking fuel. I saw something very important and dear to me that will help me with my multi-tool later on, which is Heritium. Yes, you are not going to escape me, Heritium. And I can test out my new upgrades on my multi-tool, which are just depleting the shit out of stuff. This is really cool. This is a fun weapon.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Done my first PlayStation broadcast today and learned of the lag. So annoying.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? And like that's cool that you did your first like broadcast. It's really fun. You know, and like you'll find games that like freaking get more viewers and more subscribers, which comes into it. Like right now, my jam's N.M.S. because like it's a hot topic, and I want to figure out what the fuck's going on with portals. Like it's perked my curiosity past the irritating points where you figure out you can't cooperatively play with people. Everything's NPC, and like you know, it's like yeah, you can name something and maybe someone else can find it, but it's like you can't go to the same planet and be in the same place of existence at the same time. Which was my qualm, like with the game. Otherwise, it's fun to play. You know, it's like very adventure style. You know, it's like you're stranded in the middle of a galaxy trying to get to the core, kind of like Voyager. You know, if you were into like Star Trek and that generation of freaking like cinematography. So no, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit up like what should be that freaking. This is the closest area right here. As you can see, everything is kind of tucked into my valley, of where I'm trying to find stuff. And from what I've heard though, like you can find a lot of answers, and like once you find like an actual portal, like which is why I'm like kind of like spending a little bit more time on planets. Is to, well, okay, that's a bug. It does that a lot. All of a sudden you just hit like a wall of air. It's kind of annoying, especially when you're trying to like freaking go forward. All of a sudden just like, it's like what the fuck? Is there like a dense air there? Is it like something like a scientist would like? No, there's an explanation. That's a weather pattern in that heat storm. Like, all right, scientists, maybe you should put up warning signs. Looks like that cactus has a festive hat. That's hella funny. Alright, let's go ahead and scan that because I know I for sure didn't get that. And the thermal protection, I can really care less because I'm going to get inside of here before it runs out. So, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can analyze a little bit more. I'm at 50%, so I should have to worry about... Okay, I already discovered that. I don't think I got this one, though. Alright, so now I need to worry... Whoa! Go to Source Rex. Look at him. Such a majestic creature. That was totally worth the last of my fucking like shield. Alright, let's get inside of here. Oh, okay. First things first, since I hear those, because I'm gonna have to get in really fast, so I need to make sure that I can replenish this. Make sure my freaking life support's on good terms. which is good. I got carbon, and I got a little bit of thallium, so I can go ahead and switch that into like freaking point. And let's make sure I'm multi-tool, so I'm not gonna have to come back in here later on, because once this battle goes, it's gonna be really hot out there. So I'm gonna be fighting elements and droids, so it's like let's do this really quick. It seems everything's fine. So first things first, let's go ahead and switch into the bolt caster mode. Oh my gosh, that is fucking crazy. That upgrade is tight like a tiger. Look at how fast that thing shoots. Wow, I like it. Like anything is just, you know, destroyed. Alright, so at least the atmospherical like shield popped on. We're not gonna fucking die from heat. It's the robots investigate who broke in. Which you can see, they're great private eyes. I would hire them. Not really. Virus detected, warning files, valuable data. Allow unknown process, quarantine the unknown process. I'm going to freaking really quickly quarantine that motherfucker. Hey, tight like a toga. Yeah, you watch Gold, remember? That's such a fucking like great movie.
LOL.
Alright, so let me go ahead and really quickly open this up, see if I find anything. Something I already have. But hey, you know, one of these days, you know, there's more upgrades. Just learn a little more language. Get our encyclopedia. Biological. Ooh, can't forget this, because that's free money right there. Well, not a lot, but I mean, whatever. It's something better than nothing, right? So back into the hot abyss. Whoa, what's going on, Godzilla? They should give you like fucking like summons. You can just like, you know, give them some like carbon and like they just like walk around and you can like create some like. Yes, I do. It's been a while since I've seen you on the stream. I mean, it's been at least like almost like I want to say like a week, if not longer. Tiny bit. I met you on one of my late night streams a long time ago. Well, it feels a long time ago for me considering how much I stream. But how have you been? Like, I'm on the pursuit for portals right now, and the answer to that lies. So. Oh, yes. You know what? I totally forgot to hit that fucking like magical button. I got two little antsy over here. Because I want to try to clear everything out and get these answers. I'm really good for the most part. Like, you know, I'm definitely starting a little bit earlier for most people. They were like tuning in. Like, there were a lot of people like, hey, you're really early. Like, Brandon chimed in with that like funny joke when he first like logged on. So freaking like, you know, like there is a lot of cool things that like can happen from here in this like lovely journey of like freaking N.M.S. I might break in the next like maybe a few hours, get some like lunch, you know, get a nice Sammy. Like, I'm thinking, like, go to a really cool place in town. I think they have great sandwiches. So hopefully it wasn't just, like, that damn beacon. Sometimes that beacon can be a pain in the ass if you don't select it. But the weather's chilled out, literally. It's down to 47.8. Yeah, so I can, like, live with that. And we definitely did get something that we already have knowledge. Yeah, oh well. You know, I can never be too safe, though. Sometimes I want to always, like, try to go back there, because you know, this game sometimes gets a little monotonous. Tiny bit, so it's like it's the rinse repeat. So let's see what's next. Alright, so we got that ruin. That's going to be really cool to check out. I'm not going to get that like special little treasure trove material. I already know what that is. It's probably more like aluminum. So it seems like we're on the right path. So all those are kind of spread out, and the first one we're probably going to need to hit is this one. So let's get there, and then we can wing our way back there where all the cluster of the rest of them are. So 46 seconds, that's not too bad. Like, I can definitely check out the lay of the land, see if I see anything abnormal. Like, right there you got, like, an observatory. Could have access to a freaking, like, you know, like a ship, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be, like, you know, come about from that. But let's check out these ruins and the beacons and see what they end up leading us. Worst comes to worst, we end up backing another freaking bypass key and seeing what we can find on here, because it's actually not too bad. The weather's kind of like crazy. You just gotta not stay too far away from your ship, otherwise you become like a fucking toaster strudel. You know, the burnt toaster strudel no one wants. You know, it's like when you forgot the toaster was like jammed, and all of a sudden you just like smell. What the hell is that? Oh no, the pastry. Everyone hates burnt, like, awesome breakfast treats. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Look at that flag. See, this is what, like, Dan before time was mentioning. It was, like, something along the lines like this, where it lined up exactly with, like, freaking, like, the portal, which is kind of cool. So it's like there is something to be said with these things. It's like they're not just by like, you know, unknown design. It's like someone designed them for something. And there's so many of them, like, you know, in different varieties. Like, so it's like, for me, it's like I'm really trying to figure out what the fuck this is all about. You know, it's like, you know, is this got to be like some stargazing thing? Because I remember making a comment about that the first time I saw one of these. I was like, oh, maybe it's like some kind of like star station, like some scientist up there, like freaking culture was like researching. But for right now, I just utilize them for like, you know, seeking out knowledge. Because like I got to know these as I was getting to know the ruins in the very beginning. Because you know, you need the language, otherwise you will die. Like in like certain points of trying to progress forward. So you always got to be interfacing with these fucking aliens and shit like that. Oh, look at there. Plutonium, just conveniently for me. No, wrong one. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and jump back in my ship. First things first. That's exactly what I was figuring I'm going to have to do. Devote that. Let's make sure, because we're going to be going a lot of places. It really doesn't matter to me too much. You can kind of stay right there. And seems like everything else is kind of like, we got enough inventory space for me not to care right now, so let's go ahead and keep in our pursuit for knowledge. Alright, so the monolith and everything else is like roughly in the same area, so we can just see what kind of pops into it, which seems like it's going to be the beacon, 30 seconds or so to the very like far right. You can see kind of like blending away from the other beacon, which maybe the other beacon's closer, I don't know. Everything seems about like a minute and a half away, you know, down to 30 seconds being like closest. So I'm kind of like really chill with that as we kind of like swoop through, because like that whole like the way it looked with that like flag made me think, it's like, is there a portal around? Maybe. And I also had the theory, because like the guy had this video, like, again, dude, I can't help but mention the guy's name again, like Damn Before Time, where he ends up like, you know, like seeing it, and I was like, I wonder if he just blew up part of the mountain and like the sun just hit it just right and it reflected right, because it's like you see the scribbles and they almost seem like it's a sundial, like each one has to hit it just right, and it's like maybe those golden balls are like were placed there just perfectly, you know, and like through time as these things became ancient ruins, like, you know, land will move and shit like that, so it's like maybe they came out of alignment, or like, you know, dirt ended up like compiling on certain portions of the mountain, which, you know, nature does. Nature makes its beauty out of its own self. That's how you can kind of tell. Man-made thing, everything's like smooth and like too perfect, and you're like, no, that's not real. That's not how nature operates. Advanced life form. So that was kind of a bummer, but hey, at least we crossed one of these beacons off. Now I'm getting double down on fucking heat. That's for real. Like, at least the other one doesn't care. It's like, man, I'll let the other one like burn through. It's fine. That was probably just a glitch in the game. So it looks like we're gonna go to the other beacon, then hit that, and then hit that, and keep going farther over. Looks like the last stop will definitely be our freaking like journey to the advanced life form, which is going to be a selling station anyways. I can get rid of some of the stuff that I got from the monoliths, because they give you like really cool stuff like daggers, and sometimes maybe our sphere bowl that I need anyways for like the home beacon. Wow, this storm is loud. Seems so real. Seems like some kind of monsoon or some sort. Alright, so let's see what we detected. Give me a spaceship. Drumroll, please. Nope, just another advanced life form. Yay. Get to visit a whole bunch of people. But who knows, maybe they'll give us something new. You know, because I have gotten really cool like guns from them. And who knows, maybe they'll give me some really badass upgrade. You know, that is yet to be remained unseen. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep flying forward. Just try to see if we get this monolith, because monoliths are really fucking tight. I like them personally myself. Over like ruins, like there is like a plaque, like, which just gives you kind of knowledge. It's just like this big stone that kind of sticks out of the ground. It's not too elaborate, but it still does give you knowledge. It doesn't have Rosetta Stones surrounding it. But yeah, I am definitely seeing a lot of beacons I can like dial in like some extra help with, whereas like crafting bypass keys and utilizing them along the way. So this is kind of cool. That's like an interesting looking wrecking ball structure. Land ship. Do me a solid. Come on. I hate when it does this. It's like, I will pick where I want to land. It's like, no, you'll pick where I tell you to land, damn it. Perfect. Oh, it seems like there's some kind of cave entrance right behind me where I fell down. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit these Rosetta Stones first. Yeah, it's okay. I got it all on the plan. Freaking, see? It's stable as we take in this creature right here. That creature looks aggressive. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It looks really pissed off. Like, it was staring me down, mean mugging. Alright, so, I'm just gonna have to take the chance. Alright, hopefully we don't get attacked in this process while our fucking heat shield goes down. It's very possible. Let's see here. Traveler embraces the unknown in the darkness, discovers the galaxy center. Oh, really? Okay. The star has aligned with the monolith, and above it, two distant lines appear in the sun, and you can see it stretching out in the depth of the space. To be here at the exact moment in time when like freaking like the moving parts of the galaxy are aligned so perfectly, you would have seemed almost an impossibility. Wow, that's crazy. It's like fucking like 2012 and all the planets aligned and shit. I am filled with strange calm and okay, so it's like, I guess it's discover, choose the red giant, right? Because it does say embrace. It's like choose an unseen point. No, go with red giant. I am unrewarded and alone. I should have just been oblivious, apparently. Those few words that I didn't discover. And see, that's the whole point of learning language. Sometimes even I can freaking undecipher it. So that was kind of cool. It paused the heat thing, and that apparently that mean-ass fucking creature just wasn't trying to boss up on me. So it knew better. Apparently the reputation of like animals have traveled. So it's fine. They know not to mess with the S-80 either. So we're up in here, and let's go ahead and take a slow ride as our freaking like thermal like shields kind of like get there, and we can kind of grab what we need to find next. So there's another monolith. We're not losing too much. We just had that monolith back there. Now it would have been cool because that was a really great fucking description. Like I really love that. Like in the whole freaking point of like stars aligning. It's like what the fuck would have happened if like it would have been perfect? Would we gotten some multi-tool or like some trans-dimensional fucking gate to the center would have opened? It's just like, oh yeah. So portals are opened by these things. It's like, fuck, really? Why do I swear I've been here before. But not really. Now it's gotten cold. It's negative. This cold planet, this hot planet, this planet's fucking for real. Like one of the most like weather tempered places I've ever been. But it's not too bad because since I'm staying close to my ship, I'm not utilizing any zinc in the process. That's the trick. Stay close. Alright, so let's go ahead and get here real fast. Maybe this is another one. Maybe we'll be given a second chance to redeem ourselves. Or for me to redeem myself, should I say. Alright, beware. The monolith creates dangerous poison. Move back. Oh, okay, that's the... I'm gonna say, yeah, the toxicity. That seems like the better situation here. Sweet. Maybe I like terraform the fucking planet right there. Oh! That was kind of cool. Keep going to monoliths. Okay, cool. Let's get back to our ship. Oh, finally, the planet decided to be chill for a second. Maybe I did terraform it. Huh. Maybe there's something more to monoliths than like we give them credits to. Maybe those are the answers. Like right there is just like having to like just keep going to certain monoliths and it triggers them and then it gives you a waypoint to it, just like a ship. When you go to like freaking like, you know, your transmission, you know, you go these and these are just like the rarity drops, like something. But let's get to the shelters real fast. And those are the last on like the freaking beacon call. And I'm thinking since we haven't had a ship, I'll give it one more college try, like as far as transmission towers, crafting like another bypass key. And if I can't find one, we'll just craft a warp cell and go to the next planet. Because I'm not losing too much. I have my shields initiated inside of this, so like I can kind of like hold my own for as far as like a pirate battle, or at least get away if need be. Now I say that now, maybe some pirate might be like, I'm listening to this stream, like, no, you will die when you leave the planet. Like, fuck you. I don't know. He could have some like fucking elite ass pirate ship. All right, so let's see what they got. Ooh, the Mark 8. So it's the same exactly thing as mine. So there's nothing new that I haven't found, which makes me more further to the point that that is the top out. But let's talk to this dude real fast. Maybe he's got some info that I could use. Wow. Apologies. Okay, fine. Sweet. Just this stormy ass planet. So crazy here. There we go. Sweet. Alright, perfect. It's very cold outside. We should have brought a jacket. Alright, that's pretty much everything I need except for... Yeah. Maybe we can get inside of here. Let's see what they have. Because there's a bypass key station. Try to stay out of this storm as we continue to like keep like jumping and playing musical stations. I was hoping there'd be something in here, but it's alright. Get around the corner, make some bypass keys. I think I have enough material in order to do so. Perfect. Alright. Wow, so this place got wrecked. Someone had a party in here. Alright, so anyways, let's make our bypass key. Oh, say what? I need plutonium. Alright, that's fine. I guess we'll go back to our closer to our ship. Or, you know what? Fuck it. I need plutonium anyways. It's worth the outside elements. Alright, cool. So let's get to that station. Craft a bypass key. I mean, I can probably make that and not have to worry too much. Should be around the corner around here somewhere. Now, if I can't find it in the next few seconds, then I am going to have to hustle inside, which seems like it's going to have to be the case. So I can... Don't let the thermal detection just like drop. Oh, and I can't forget the V1 containers outside. Those would be useful. Let me go ahead and freaking really quickly make my bypass keys. So I'm thinking we'll give 3 for like the actual physical point of. I can't utilize too much plutonium too. But the 3 are going to be for the transmission tower to see if I can get one that just directly gives me a transmission tower, and then the other 2 will be for monoliths to see if we can find anything else that's like more, like, I guess, to calm the weather for a second. I don't think it'll work that way, but it'd be cool if it did. But let me sell some stuff before I get out of here. Free up my inventory slot. Maybe he pays well for the fucking like masks. Oh, okay, so the casting, he doesn't pay too well, but it's better. And the he pays a little extra for, so I can part pass with that. It's fine with me. Iron, I probably should not really give a shit and just like go up. Yeah. And then same thing with carbon. At least now I have a little bit more inventory slot. I'm almost at 8 million. Sweet. Definitely digging that. Alright, so back into the freaking like hot abyss. Oh, it's kind of cooled down a little bit. It's not crazy. It must be the eye of the storm or something. That's fine. It gives me plenty of time to activate all the keys I need. So first things first, let's hit like a few monoliths. So we can just keep it really simple. And then we'll keep going down the transmission after we kind of like hit the... Okay, cool. The alien monolith. That's what I want. Now hopefully it doesn't give me something the same thing inside the vicinity. So the storm's gone for the most part. It seems like it's really just like staying with 100 and 117, which is perfect. I can definitely survive in this. Ooh, an artifact.
Sorry,
show me the money.
You got?
8 mil right now, give or take, just a little under. So I've been saving as I've been going around Moser. It's been like really useful because I've been wanting to buy a better ship, and maybe that might be my mil ticket. Maybe I'll find something, but they've been like about 17 to like almost 30 million for like a really good ship that's already pimped out and shit like that. So I mean, the only cool thing is you don't have to fix it. It is given to you as is, so it's kind of cool. It's a functioning ship. Alright, so I did one more than what I should have, which is fine. I'll go ahead and search these. These might be useful. But what I do need to pay attention to is the transmission towers. At least I have to have 2. Because otherwise I'm not going to be... Oh, perfect. The storm literally was at the tail end. Love it. Alright, there we go. Oh! First motherfucking slam dunk. Alright, so I'm not gonna like flood the market with that shit. What I am gonna flood the market is with another monolith. But we're gonna go to that ship very first. I'm not gonna like dilly-dally too much, so we can just get another one going. So like I'm gonna go ahead and give the monolith one more college run. Now I should utilize the obviously the other like colony points, because that will give me more of like the Wait, did it just select the same one? I'm sorry, I got side. No,
LOL,
he
my
gave me that.
savings are a small 379927922 at the min.
Damn, man, if you put that in a bank account with the interest alone, you could live off that for a lifetime. Alright, let's get to this ship real fast. That's crazy. Like, I've been finding out that, like, you know, you can find ways when you break down ships to give you, like, 1 of 100 on the freaking, like Vortex Cube and shit, and that's how you sell, like, ones that are, like, freaking, like, almost, like, $1 million stacks. I haven't found them yet, like, and I've been told not to sell them because they're useful, so I'm always checking, and, like, you know, obviously, I haven't had any luck. But eventually, maybe one of these days, I'll end up getting it. Oh, there's the shelter. There's the other shelter. But I think this was the one I'm looking for. This is the shelter I'm looking for. Alright, let's see real fast. Come around this mountain. We'll see what's going on.
But they patched it so you can't get them anymore.
Oh, okay, so it was a bug. That makes sense, because like people were telling me this is what you need to look out for, and then like one of the viewers who was really cool like sent me this picture. He's like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's funny, yours doesn't. So it must have came in the 1.09 patch that I noticed. Now that's grayed out, and that's going to be really freaking like shady of the system if this is something we've already gotten. It does that, and like sometimes you got to watch out. And we'll find out when we land if it says we discovered something past 205, which yeah, that does not look like 205. Seems like the game is being lame again and giving us like repeat points, which could just be like one of the other points we had discovered, just like still there, kind of masked. Oh, holy shit! The hell! Shit got real out there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I already discovered this. So like kind of lame. I hate when the system does that sometimes, but we didn't lose too much because the last freaking time we landed. Whoa! What the fuck? It's a two-legged zebra with a mohawk. It's a punk zebra.
The game crashed, so I lost mine, unfortunately.
No, that's depressing. Holy shit. Like, I would be, like, so frustrated. Like, if I wasn't able to get that. Because, like, that's, like, honestly, you can still, like, just as long as you keep one in the inventory, you can still have it. But, I don't know, maybe the patch itself would just, like, eradicate that in general. I mean, it'd be cool if it allowed you. It was, like, a bug, as long as you owned it. Alright, sweet. I think I should have hit that. Yes. Free takeoff. Man, my spacesuit's such a fucking soft body nowadays. Alright, perfect. Since there's that like landing pad, which means I can sell stuff, so let me take everything I can in for as far as like material, so I can sell stuff. Not necessarily this, but I can necessarily if there's something cool inside of here. Which there isn't, just health. It seems like there's not much more. There's like surrounding here. That's like raw materials out there. And same thing with that, which is kind of still cool. I mean, at least this place is surrounded by materials, which you find. You know, these scientists, they plan these labs out well. Alright, bro. What's going on? You know something about Atlas? What do you know about Atlas, bro? Wow, that was like a full fucking on-pledge conversation. I feel so, like, you know, bilingual right now in, like, his culture. Freaking... Wow, okay. That was a whole breakdown of, like, the white hole. The synthetic. That's kind of cool. It's giving me some kind of formula for as far as, like, remove, keep in. So, yeah. Removing the electron could be disastrous, it seems like. So it seems like from what it tells me in the very right quadrant, besides what we have here in the left quadrant, for as far as like reading points, it's trapped in some kind of like tempered loop. It's going through the same motions again and again and again. Surrounded, it looks like absurdly screams half sent. Oh, so he's very pissed off and panicked. He's trying to figure it out himself. He's like a scientist that's just stuck in this like time loop of like experimental points where he's trying to figure out the answer to this. Poor little guy. Let's see if we can help him, or if not, like give him the same answer. It's like, oh, sorry. All right, cool. Let's go for the electron then. Seemed like more than likely that was going to be the bypass point, but let's sped it up. All right, cool. Something we already knew, but like, still cool. Those gravitrino balls will be worth something eventually someday. And we've increased our standing with him. Do you want carbon? Because I don't have carbon. Sorry, little guy. Go ahead and keep flipping these. I already got like a majority of them, but like, you know, eventually I'll find something new. I'm hoping I can find a V3 pass one of these times, and then I can really just like up my repertoire of knowing more stuff. Because there are a few places I have gone to that obviously have V3 like openings, but I can't get into them. So it's like I kind of want to make sure I have that VIP pass. Very important alien. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother going back there. It's not gonna have any much something special. But what I can do is jump on my ship and utilize this free takeoff in this storm. Alright, so let's go ahead and just like wing around and see what we can find for as far as like a shitload of monoliths. But that's, I swear, if that's the same fucking shelter. Because that was like definitely a shelter for as far as the station. But at least there's a monolith next to it. I guess if it's the same thing we can kind of see. I don't think it is, but it seems oddly close, and I don't remember having anything more, but I do remember having a transmission tower, and they do disguise themselves as just shelters, so you kind of got to go there, and they're not, like, so it's kind of frustrating sometimes when you're trying to find, like, a new ship. It's like by luck, and that's why you're just kind of grinding, getting more money. I mean, shit, I wish I had 39 million, like, that'd be so fucking fun. I could buy anything. Cool thing is, I guess, I can kind of land here. Awesome. This is seeming awfully familiar. The last two places have been free.
I have all passes but never had them constructed. Don't see the need for them at the N.M.S their purpose.
Oh, cool. Hold on, let me get out of the storm. I can actually hear the voice. Yeah, I guess so, because I mean, it is just like 3 points in the inventory. That's cool that you've had them and not had the necessity to use them. For me, I utilize them because I'm like looking for more formulas for the. I guess there is more to the expensive point of what this is. So that's it. It was just like a whole portion. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's gonna be 24. I already knew what that was. But I guess I can sell stuff. I got a little more stuff I can sell. Might as well make use of coming back to the same looking place. Damn you, No Man's Sky! You make me want to leave the planet. No, I guess there's nothing I can sell either. Rats. All right. You just want carbon, and that's how I know I've met you before. And that a beacon is like empty. But you know, hey, at least we can get this. Maybe there's something really cool inside of here. And there is. It's helping us get the fuck out of here.
Hello,
So let's go ahead and check out what's going on. Hey, hero, what's going on? Nice to see you back in the stream, where I'm still streaming for a little bit. Because I'll probably be on for like probably another hour and a half before I break for lunch. But
is
we can
Mike still here?
I don't know. He kind of pops in and out. Like, he always just chime in with some pretty cool, like, freaking what's ups and, like, saying, like, his hellos in the chats. But he is a fellow NMS. Oh, he still is here. Cool. You do have a confirmation. Gaming Mike is still inside the chat room. And for most of you people who haven't checked out Gaming Mike, check him out. Like, he's got some really cool backdrops. Like, I really loving, like, freaking those, like, every so often, like, something you can, like, put on, like, a save screening. Or, you know, and just basically watch it, like, just kind of, like, unfold as you, like, see, like, the cascading points of, like, a beautiful sunset on a planet. Or, you know, it's got a lot of really cool videos like that, so I'd say check it out.
Thanks for the shout out.
No worries, Mike. You know, I love this gaming community. Everyone's all about, like, the same thing. Same thing when TG gets on, or, like, Dash, you know, it's like, these people, we're all doing the same thing. We're having fun, like, streaming, so I always like pointing people in the right direction when they're doing the same thing. So it's like, you know, game recognizing game, you know.
The nighttime aurora is on some planets. Oh man.
Okay, let me land real fast, see if I can actually... Yes! That looks pretty tight now. Question is this flat enough to land? It's probably going to be this, like, punk thing. There we go.
N.M.S.
Alright, let's quickly get here. Oh, ow, shit. I gotta be careful, my shield's gonna give out. Let's hit these Rosetta Stones, since now I'm becoming more developed in this, like, language. Still need to apply myself a little bit more.
Stuck to the hole in the wall, Mike.
Alright, sweet. There we go. Alright, so at least I got a majority of those, and it seems like the other activation is gonna be on the other side. There it is. Perfect. Calm, child. Random. I feel faint, as if my mind is being invaded. on my skin grows, bubbling and popping, so I'm melting, and feels countless tiny stabbing, pricking points. Suddenly a metal spider, perhaps tiny sentinels, run out of my shoulder into my vision. Ow! Cyborgs are attacking me, these damn animatronic robots with spider technology.
No found Site 1.
Yeah, that's like some fucking crazy crap real fast. Oh, really? Well, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, I'm gonna wait it out, because it seems like, you know, this calm is like kind of like the wait it out situation. Alright, cool, I guess you're right. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Is that another land? Fucking, oh, it's an outpost. Okay, that's got potential. Even though it seems like our one transmission tower that we got was fruitless, but hey, you know, we have our way out of here. And this planet's definitely been, like, not as hospitable as I wanted it to be. It's, like, hot, cold, hot, cold. I'm sure fucking Katy Perry could write a fucking song about it or some shit like that. This planet is hot and cold, I got another hit single. Alright, so let me go ahead and freaking, like, go ahead and see what I need to do for as far as this. So, since I'm not gonna get a ship, I'm gonna freaking just go ahead and push this right inside of here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get up into these monoliths. Let me check my surroundings. Alright, yeah, everything else is farther off, so let me go ahead and flip around real quick and we can line ourselves up with these two, which are right next to each other. When do you ever see monoliths, like, in such close proximity? I mean, I could run to them, but I'm not going to do that, so... Oh, here we go again. Alright, let's see if we can get a perfect landing spot. There we go. You guys gotta play with it every so often. You get the right area. Sometimes you can end up on top of stuff like that, where you fall down. It kinda hurts you. That one was by, you know, my own fault. I wasn't paying attention to, like, that cliffside, which I should have been. But hey, I was just searching for these light marks on the fucking Rosetta Stones. Alright, really cool. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Gotten all of our Rosetta Stone knowledge. Let's go ahead and get back up here. We're gonna fly up so we can save time. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and activate this. About 25% left with our shield, but I think it pauses it when you go into these. It's only sentinels you have to watch out that they'll beat the shit out of you while you're, like, reading these things. Depending on if you're in some hostile fucking sentinel planets. Let's see here. Some technology. Alright, pretty cool. Seems like it's not anything else. They want to try to wave them away from the multi-tool, but I guess they're just trying to, you know, let it, you know, I'll let it chill. I'm not gonna freaking, like, kill it. Ooh. Now the question is, do I already have this? Might be new, I don't know, maybe. This is how you get, like, new shit. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to keep seeking these out, because these seem like a kind of like a treasure trove of stuff that you could or could not have. I already know that. There was so much shit that was on top of each other, it almost seemed like I had not known that. Alright, so let me get to my ship. Since I have no thermal protection left and my shield now is, like, eradicating. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, that would not have been good, considering the shield is the only thing keeping me alive right now. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's alright, shields, I got you. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait in here. Might as well just, like, refill the thrusters before I take off. I have plenty of plutonium. Hell yes. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and get there. We're just gonna drive, like, 10 seconds away. There's Iridium. Oh, big, beautiful blue rock. Oh, sweet. Let's go ahead and speed up then. We'll land right next to this Iridium rock, so right after we hit that monolith, I can bounce back and eradicate that rock and see if we can't upgrade something inside of our multi-tool, which utilizes Iridium. I haven't gotten any of the cool technical shit yet, but
still
someday.
Recovered from going to the center.
Yeah, I still haven't. It's just like I keep searching and searching. Someday I'll find the answers. Alright. Let me go ahead and freaking really quickly just like see what's going on here. What is going to be the legacy? Oh, interesting. Okay. Step back into the past. Okay. I think it might be pissed that I tried to discover the past. No, it gave me some stuff. Not a lot. Alright, so I think that's pretty much almost it for as far as discoveries, besides this one little straggler right there. That monolith far off. And that seems like it's not a monolith, that's just a regular Rosetta Stone. So since the weather is so beautiful right now, I mean literally is, it's only like 1 Celsius, like negative, and growing. Oh shit, the night's coming. Night is coming, winter's coming, fuck! The Starks have warned us for years. Alright, so let's do that, what that next stone taught us, escape. Let me destroy this rock really quick. Alright, sweet. Right before our fucking life support runs out, I'll worry about this. Still got about 11 to 12%. Not a big deal to me right now, I know I can survive that. Perfect. Alright, so I'm also probably going to need to maybe blow up some iron. I'll need to check that right before I worry about my shield finally depleting. Which, yes, I do. So, hello rock. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hop in this vehicle real fast. What's going on, S80? Alright. So what I'm going to quickly go ahead and do is see what I really need to craft, which isn't anything inside of here. This is like what I'm needing to do. What I need to do is the multi-tool. So let's see what's more accessible. Oh, first things first, let's take the mining tool. Like, look at that. Ooh, yes, we need a cooling, like, range. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that on the very bottom. And then there's a rail adapter. That's kind of cool. What the hell does that do? Oh, wow, instant damage. It just destroys shit really quick. But hey, you know, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see if we can do anything for as far as, like, our bolt caster. Now, I'm hovering over the wrong spot. If I do want to do something, I'm going to have to reselect it on the very bottom of it. Which seems like there's nothing really... Oh, there's an SM make attachment. Physical damage, that's kind of cool. But if I wanted to do anything, it'd probably be, like, one of these that utilizes the Radnex. That gives me, like, a freaking really beefed-ass fucking point. No, stability, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, those are like some tempting points. So let's go ahead and craft 2 things for our bolt caster if it allows us to keep the material and continue to roll it over. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and utilize this. First one is a damage increase, so I can destroy shit a little bit faster with a rapid fire that it already has. And then the other portion of what I want to do really quickly is more than likely if it allows me still to have the material. I'm hoping, maybe. Ammo. No, I wanted the stability right there, so I need more platinum. Bummer. Oh well. You know, that's the bummer part of like there, but maybe we can utilize that for somewhere else, since we basically have crafted almost everything that I needed to for the most part, just adding 2 new things. So I'm still growing this like sector, 1 piece at a time, as my multi-tool becomes a little bit stronger. So let's get to that last place, so we can blast off and get the fuck out of here. Because there is that, I think, that blue, like, icon you can see in the very far right window. Like, that doesn't seem like it's going to be too important, but I might check it out, maybe. Like, let's see what we find in this monolith. I might be, like, wondering, like, one last thing on this planet before we take off. Because we've been on here, like, roughly probably about, like, an hour or so, just kind of checking things out on this specific planet. It definitely looks cool. I mean, it's, like, dark purple looking like ominous like deep space planet in a solar system that's just all lonesome by itself. But yeah, there's cool as shit out there. And there's ones that are hell of a lot, not more like hey, the sun barely hits it, so there's a lot of crazy weather type situations, like planets where they're just like peaceful and they have beautiful grass and no one dies and shit like that. Alright, I'm not even landing, I already know. Whoa, what the fuck? It's trying to shoot me down. What is that shit about? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and land real fast. Because that normally never happens. I've been here, yeah, for sure. And, well, there's platinum. I guess, if anything, we stop for platinum. Alright, got 10 seconds before we need to get back there, maybe? Alright, I just needed to reach the destination. Damn you! Damn you! Now, this game can be broken at times, but it's still fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and see. Is this worth it? Outpost. I'm not going to that shelter, that's already been discovered, but this outpost is nearby. And it has not. From the looks of it, at least. We'll find out, though. Oh, hell yes. Really quickly, we're going to be able to get on this other side of this mountain. There might be something cool. I don't know. Maybe like a huge chunk of fucking, like, plutonium or some shit like that. Or a free docking station, which makes me think we've been here. Like for, like, the 50th time. Yeah, I just never went on the other side to, like, get the beacon. Alright, we're getting out of here. Once we get into space, we're going to new pastures. Perfect. Cool, so we're leaving, I believe this is Elite's planet, if I remember correct. Let's see, fleet activation mode, we'll go back to this. Yes, so we're leaving that station, one planet, pretty like cool. Oh, space station's getting a little bit farther away from us. But not bad. Like, these things are not too, like, freaking, like, time-consuming. That's one of the reasons why I like them. They're, like, really easy to, like, navigate for as far as what's going on. Hella quick, hella simple. Definitely like them. So. And they don't destroy you. Like, there's one thing that's kind of very nice for as far as, like, what goes on in the world of, like, you know, like, traveling. Sometimes you go to these, like, freaking wormholes, and they will fuck your life up. Like, literally, it's not fun at all. Like, you're hating life as you're looking for materials, and, like, stuff just keeps changing and growing. It's just like, you know, shit happens, though. But the cool thing is, like, I keep flipping ships. Like, my ship is fucking rickety wrecked. Oh! Alright, space anomaly. I don't think I have anything to report new, but just scan out, make sure there's not another Atlas station by. Doesn't seem to be the case, so we'll get here first, see what they have to say. Probably nothing new. Probably just give me something I already know, and I'll talk to Polo, and he'll probably be like, hey bro, you need to catalog more shit. Like, fair enough, fair enough. Because I really do need to do that. I don't do as much as I should. Wow. All right. So there's Nada. Just chilling, reading his little tablet. Probably watching intergalactic news right now. Alright, bro. So what do you got for me? Black hole and, like, you know, new resources? Yeah, nothing changes, but alright. That's cool. No, I already know that, Nada. Come on. Get with the program. It's like, you know, I would really appreciate that, Sean Murray, if you could just, like, you know, give us a little bit more bang for the buck for finding materials in that way. You know, like, I would like to find something new I don't got. Nope. Not even gonna go for that. I think it looks so cool. Oh, come on. There's gotta be something here. I just want to ping to some Atlas station. Alright, so let's go to the planet. Right to our left. Perfect. So we should be there in about 10 seconds. It minimalizes anything that can possibly happen to us. Oh, if I don't hit a space station first. So close still. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get there. Perfect. Alright, so spinning back into the atmosphere, this looks kind of barren, but it might render in cool. Yeah, you know, it's got some vegetation. It's not too bad. It's definitely a little barren, for what I like to see. But red cactus, like something out of like the Mario Brothers or some shit like that. First things first. Oh, cool. First things first. My beacon. I also got a drought. It's very dry. I would explain the cacti. Okay, I should be able to scan that, right? I was about to say, I was like, what's going on? Well, we get the plutonium. Oh, it looks like it has a tie. Even cactuses can make polo ties look classy.
Hey Mac, I'm watching from my again.
Hey, what's going on, Dash? How you been? Hopefully, Five Nights at Freddy Part 3 will be coming out pretty soon. Discover this rock. Alright, let me get over here. There's still a lot of stuff. This is kind of cool to land here. Everything in like this damn neighborhood that hasn't been discovered, it's just like chilling in the same spot. It's like, you know, the neighborhood like get together for life. Okay, apparently we can't analyze that, or it doesn't want me to at least. But I got everything for the most part what I need. I think I got that. I need to analyze the zinc. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Get this really quick. Don't get that rock. Add to the collection. Big rock. Rose of Death. I already discovered. Alright, fine. I guess I'll give my life support a little love. Perfect. Okay. So, already getting to where I want to be, which is in comfortable places with iron and plutonium. So I can make some bypass keys. I mean, because the weather here is really tight. It's very, very manageable. I'm gonna get that little, like, drop box over there because it might give me a freaking blueprint I don't have. So let's make at least 3. And 1 extra just for a monolith. So who knows, maybe we'll get that transmission tower right off the bat. I'll just get rid of some of the iron too. Alright, so transmission tower, let's go ahead and get you guys going. Come on, planet, be nice to me. Just give me a transmission tower straight off the bat. An observatory deck.
How you been, Mac 7?
I've been really good, honestly. I've been like still playing my Pokemon, like freaking like got a freaking amazing night's like rest last night. Freaking didn't like stream too late, and then got up and like freaking like did everything I needed to for the most part. So like, I don't know. All in all, I've been really good, man. I hope the same could be said about you. I hope things have been going good with you as well. All right, let's see here. Clear my eyes real quick. Well, this beacon apparently is what's going to be the next hot economy that's not going to take me to a ship. It's like, I swear, they know I'm utilizing the grind to like get more and more of these ships. They're like, nope, we got to meter him. But cool thing is, I mean, I do have a few, so it doesn't matter. I can keep making them. Oh, that's just cruel. So cruel. You bastard. Alright, so the last time. Searching for a signal of a transmission tower. Just beacons. There's so many beacons. Alright, I guess we'll make some more. Make 3 more. And so we got rid of some of that iron. Perfect. And hopefully the sentinels aren't too pissed off. I'd be very disappointed if they were. That's what I want to see. So we're going to go there very first. The 10 minutes and 48 seconds away. And I'm going to go ahead and kick in the rest of these is like monoliths real fast. So that way I can just go to the monolith, get the new ship hopefully. That will be better than mine right now. Cool. And then we'll hit those up real quick. Come on, let's see this. Alright, one more monolith and we're good. I should have exhausted all the bypass keys. Oh, cool. There's like one literally right around the corner. At least that's just knowledge. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so let's jump on our ship.
Feel going through the center and find out more than likely the center remains undiscovered and that no one has worked it out?
You know, to be honest, it was a little bit depressing because, like, I kind of figured that's where they were gonna go, because, like, the way that they kind of built this whole portion of, like, you know, it's like, hey, you can go through black holes and end up a little bit further. It's like they're utilizing the same thing as, like, you know, supermassive black holes in the center of a galaxy are kind of bridging it. But there's like a lot more mystery for me, honestly, surrounding the portals, and also like birthing a planet with the 10 Atlas stone keys that I still have. So it's like there still is a little bit of mystery that I've been trying to unwind myself, and they're really hot topics that a lot of people, other streamers, are like kind of coming into the same thing where they're wondering what the fuck these things are and what they stand for. So it's like I'm part of, like, you know, I guess the pursuit for that kind of knowledge right now, because it does intrigue me, so it kind of keeps me going. So it's like I was kind of let down when I went to the center and that was it, and it was just like this expansion out, because I was expecting a little bit more, but you know, it's alright. You know, there still is more for me to keep exploring. Why, like, Sean Murray.
Red herring, in my opinion.
No, I can agree, and that's the best way to describe it, honestly, as a red herring. You know, I couldn't have put it better myself, honestly, because you know, it's kind of fruitless. You can get a club cheaper than that shit. Oh, I have not gotten this lovely blue rock. Alright, cool. Have I gotten you? Nope. Alright. Rock, you look new. How are you? Mini cacti. Look like the cactus from Final Fantasy VII. Yes. I already got that. Let's see, what else have I not discovered? Blueberry cacti. Very delicious fruit, but will, you know, obviously destroy your fucking, like, top of your mouth like Captain Crunch, if not worse. Alright, so we're gonna be here for a good second, so I can definitely say that we can definitely fill this up, because as I say, more than likely when we get to this freaking, like, next station, which is the observatory, is not what we need to. I'd say the shelter is where we need to go, but for right now, let's go ahead and hit this. This is right around the corner.
I think anyone whose sole purpose is to go through the center will be disappointed.
Yeah, and
no
like
one can do most 6,000 light years.
And that's kind of like one of the things where it's like, for me, I had to learn that, like, because I was like getting really excited. I parked somewhere hella crazy. Sweet, on top of the cactus. At least I know where I parked. But like, you know, I had to learn that the hard way, honestly, going through the center and learning. It's like, oh, there really isn't much to it. You know, I expected more grand, but like, it did look cool. Like, I'll give them that much. They did craft something that, like, it looked really unique. I swear, if something is hitting me, I'm gonna fuck it up. But it doesn't seem like it. Seems like whatever the hell it was either like a little bitch throwing a rock from afar.
I doubt a
Alright,
broken
perfect.
ship, broken multi-tool in the center being undiscovered is the reward. LOL.
I know, right? Your reward is we'll break everything and you gotta start again. Anew. Like, I thought that was like hella like bootsy. Like when I went through the black hole, it was just like, alright, at least there's only one or two things, you know, that can possibly go wrong. And like this one, it was just like everything. I was like, oh, you fucking dicks. But I mean, it was a cool outro. I mean, they zoom out. It's like it's a montage. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. So the 6 went forward, so it's gonna be 4, 4, 6, 3. Sweet. Cha-ching. Okay, signal detected. Very cool. So, let's see if we can get to these places real fast. Oh, a ruin. Whoa, look at you. He's docile, he won't mess with us. You sure you want to do that? My gun is like really leaded out nowadays.
I think Sean Murray wants you to find the warp drive mentioned in the lore, and for you to explore to get it. Then who knows what is at the...
Yeah, exactly, because it's like, there's like a lot that you have to kind of try to find hidden in this game that I'm understanding, and it's a lot of like, kind of like where Destiny, where they have like their like loot system, kind of, like where in the very beginning everyone was pissed off because they couldn't get exotic, let alone legendary. So it's like freaking like, I think it's kind of the same thing with like the rare drops, like giving us formulas and other things that in order to complete this game, and a lot of mystery surrounding it. It's like there's so much ambiguity that is in this game, honestly, which is kind of cool, because like it gets a lot of people like wondering what's going on in NMS. So it definitely, even in negativity, the portion of that, it can stir up a lot of cool shit. I feel like I'm like bypassing something here. That's, yeah, okay, I was about to say, I was like, I knew there's something closer. Let's get to that ruin, then we'll go to the other one, and then the other one to the far right. Beacons I don't care about. I really don't care about beacons. Unless we don't yield a fucking ship from that shelter.
We didn't program that.
Kyle? Are you part of Hello Gaming? Oh shit. Or are you part of Sean Murray's development crew? Because I've heard you two don't play well if you are. From what I've heard. I heard one said distance from the other, but I don't know. Maybe you're just being like playing fun with the whole point of like the word ambiguity. I like it. It's fun. Adds mystery. And I parked on top of cactus again. Fuck. Oh no, it's just a weird ass angle. Alright, anyways, let's get to where we're supposed to be, which is somewhere
N.M.S.
around here.
isn't a 3060-hour game, it is basically an offline mode. This is a game that more than likely needs updates, and we continue playing long.
Yeah, no, I agree. It definitely needs a lot of fucking like updates, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of like Pokemon Go. It's like it's broken, but you know, for the people that are like, you know, kind of obsessed about it, they continue to play it and dredge on. Like, so it's like things do get better in time, but it just sucks like that you have to play through them. But I guess we're part of the elite, you know.
Long-term goals to understand its meaning. Or it
Oh, hell yes.
the same way as Kingdoms of Amalur and B-shit.
Oh, core. Sweet, I didn't know that word. Keep studying and studying and rinse and repeat. Blockage. Sounds like some kind of technical doctor mumbo jumbo. Alright, cool. I think I got everything I needed to. So, with that, let's get back to our ship. It's right around the corner. Go to the next place station. And utilize the rest of our thruster fluid before we get to the new, freaking hopefully pimped ass ship. Because I think I can only go about like one more. And then I'll have to get to one place and then take off. And then I'm not counting on having like an actual landing pad. So yeah, I definitely got that in play. So 25%. The next landing has to be pretty much, it has to be the shelter. Which is kind of cool because the monolith is right next to the shelter. pretty sweet. Didn't expect it to be that, but I mean, same thing with the beacon. It's all like somewhat within like walking vicinity. But shelter is where we're going. Monolith and beacon are secondhand, and even the beacon is like way more into the back burner than the rest of them. Shelter is the main jam. Alright, so it seems like we're definitely passing now what was both of those to the very far lefts and rights. Now we're blending in. We're coming up on the shelter, which I'm glad I made the decision to go here because it definitely does seem a lot farther. Alright, perfect. So let's land near the save point. Now that's kind of cool. You see like where like the carbon veins are kind of coming out, the soil goes a little red, which means there's probably some kind of like chemical leak of some sort from the planet. It's secreting from like certain shit, so that's cool. He's not a pissed off little guy. Let's see what these are all about. Watch them be like aggressive as fuck. Oh, they're just calm. Already got that. Sweet, okay. Getting a whole bunch of stuff I don't normally have out here. Everything seems to play really nice, even this armadillo looking creature. Trying to save them sky money. Eventually, the sky PG&E will have to be paid, and it'll be expensive. Alright, let's go ahead and tuck inside of here away from this fucking storm. Ooh, alright. Hopefully we can get a new ship out of this transmission tower. Okay, so 9 is minus, and then right after that looks like 8 is minus, and then 7 is minus, so 6 is gonna minus, so 50. 50 and a new ship. Come on! Give me a new ship, please. Yes! Oh! I see. By yawn excitement, I guess. I'm definitely gonna have to crack into one of those coffees when I get it. I got good sleep, but you ever got that point where it's like, for me, my median of sleep is 6 hours, because like when they say 8, it's plus or minus 2, so some people can sleep 10, some people completely be fine with 6, and I'm one of those people that are completely fine with 6, but when I push my body to the limit, sometimes I gotta kind of sleep in a little bit and let it do its thing where it's in repair mode, you know, it's like where you can kind of physically feel really tired, and I've been feeling that the last few days where I was just like, okay, I'm a little bit more tired because I've been pushing myself a lot harder, I've been getting into like jogging now, not just walking. My Pokemon walks, which is great because it's like right after you fucking get that burst of jog, like you just like you feel your fucking heart pump, you feel all the adrenaline kick in, and you're just like, oh, this is fucking nice. You know, it's like that kind of like that new point when you push past a new barrier that you know you can like you just like, really tune into. And my stamina's on point, so I'm like, all right, cool, I gotta utilize this shit. But inadvertently, that makes me a little bit more tired as I'm hitting new plateaus before I like push past these points. So let's go ahead and get to this fucking ship. What the hell? We're like stuck in the fucking antennas? No, the transmission tower won't let us leave. Anyways, as I get stuck in the upside down pizza, like little fucking like round table thing that keeps it from like smushing the cheese. Yeah, because that's what it looked like, an antenna that was like a pizza cheese holder. Alright, sweet. Let's land. But yeah, now I feel a little bit more tired because I overslept. Like, I got a lot of REM, but it's kind of cool. Like, this ship looks kind of bojankety, but hey, if it's got more inventory slots, I'm not gonna like diss the S52. Oh, I'm totally gonna diss this motherfucking ship. Cool, like a Samuel Jackson. This motherfucking ship on this motherfucking planet. Alright, so let me go ahead and get inside here real quick. We can break down what we need to. Kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping that we would see that, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you come across these things, sometimes you don't. Alright, perfect. That seems like I pretty much got everything except for the phaser beams. Now that's everything that remains. So quickly, I'm going to go ahead and look at my exosuit. Seems like I am going to have to play musical chairs with a lot of this stuff. Obviously I don't need that. Titanium, cryonite, iridium, thamium, plutonium. We'll go ahead and top off everything I possibly can. And I'll transfer whatever I can left inside the ship as I go back. Then I'm gonna call it with this freaking ship. Like, I'm not really gonna dilly-dally too much. I mean, they are close, but I mean, I gotta go hit up a space station anyway, so we should hit those monoliths and like pretty much just craft some more warp drive and call it where we're gonna go to the next planet. It doesn't seem like there's a lot that can be yielded. Once I get one ship, I kind of move on to the next planet, just because it's like you can't get a lot from it past that, in my experience. That's what I've kind of found out. So, cool thing is, it seems like I almost got everything. I don't have iridium anyways, and nickel and everything else is kind of there. Copper, I don't have, so you get to go to the ship, little buddy. And there is iridium, yay, I looked up. Can zinc fit? Yes, zinc can join the party. Alright, cool. So I am very comfortable with leaving that ship in the state that it's in. Someone will be happy, they'll find some matrix and everything. So let's go ahead and go to our monoliths, since we got our ship, and it was not glorious. I liked having that extra, like, little spot, just in case. Alright, so let's see, the monolith and the shelter are the only things besides. Over here we have our beacons. That's it. So just that monolith, and then we're gonna have to like really quickly craft up something. So since it's only like a minute and a half away, I should probably make this time a little bit more valuable by getting rid of the iron really quick and making some really... Oh, I don't have enough rats, but I do have enough to convert the electron vapors over more than likely. So let's go ahead and make some antimatter. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. But the cool thing is I can sell that off anyways. Like, what I can utilize this is like for like the life support, and I'll get my extra spot. Thank goodness for power canisters being hella useful. Hopefully that wasn't the iridium that I needed in order to make that. That would be like such a bummer ass fucking move right there. But the cool thing is I can make this, because like, we're gonna leave very soon, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 inside of this so we can kind of jump around, see if like the first planet if it has anything. If not, if it doesn't, we'll just really quickly jump and see if we can find like another place. Because I still need to find an Atlas station, which sucks. But I mean we'll get there. Yeah, it'll come in due time. Right now what I need to do is really quickly just get to this monolith. Because who knows, maybe I'll have an answer. Maybe there'll be a fucking portal next to it. You know, I never discount these things now.
Where are you seeing version numbers for the game software, and also related changelogs?
You can see underneath like your game like updates. If you look underneath the physical point of like your notifications, it'll tell you on the PlayStation Network itself when it's updated it. And if so, like if not, you can go through the game data. I'm pretty sure there's probably some way to see like the actual physical point. I've only just paid attention to it because I always like look at my notifications as the PlayStation pushes them and says, "Hey, I've upgraded this, I've done this." I mean, because it's really important to know what's patched, because just in case something fucked up happens to the game, now you can really quickly see it's like, okay, so this was because the result of an update. You know what I mean? So you're looking forward to the next patch, or maybe that's you trying to grind to the next game and get past it, where you're just like, okay, you know, I'll wait a little bit, because not all games are perfect. I mean, if you get any of your return viewers watch me play The Walking Dead, you saw how bugged that game was, you know, so it's like there's a lot of resets that need to be done in order to like continue to push forward. Let's see here, choose healing blood, bile, ancient drink. Do I want to drink this blood? I don't know, that doesn't sound smart. But let's read what the other ones. 2 ancient stone cups materialize in front of you on the monolith. One is filled with a dark, red, viscous liquid. Probably blood. Hint, hint. Choose the healing blood. Others are containing a sticky fluid that's bright. Oh, someone peed in a cup! Someone peed in a cup. That's not fucking cool. So you have the choice between blood or pee? Who the fuck are we, Bear Grylls? Anyways, like on the stone tablet behind us, we see the cup. It swirls. So it's a blender. Don't worry. At least they make it frothy. Freaking a powerful, muscular warrior fucking just like comes out of nowhere and surrounds like with a red halo. And all right, this sounds like fucking like I'm just gonna drink the blood. The warrior obviously pissed inside the cup. He was like, "If you're dumb enough to drink my piss, you will get nothing." Alright, cool. So we got something. And that's our exit point, so we can get the hell out of here now. That's all. I mean, this peaceful planet, it's pretty sweet. We didn't find anything of any interest. Let's go ahead and load up our warp drives real fast. Got 2 in the slot. Let's go ahead and transfer over our iridium, get rid of some extra spots. Because everything else I'm going to try to like really quickly take off with right afterwards. Let's see here. I just heard someone chime in. But I couldn't hear. The video was just a little too fast with saying that, but let me see real fast. Oh, what's going on, Ron? Now, welcome to the stream point, and Kyle, I definitely dig how you keep like popping in with something. And dude, your avatar is fucking hilarious. Are those like ram horns on that your profile pics, like Kyle? Because that's pretty cool. And like, if you have any questions, Ron, definitely chime in. I have like a little bit more of like a live stream point where I can hear what's going on, so I can definitely be a little bit more interfacive if you have any questions about portals, because I know that is what my title is. It's all about portals. I'm wondering what the fuck's going on with them. I think a lot of people are. But let me go ahead and make sure everything is topped off, because I do not want to make sure that I utilize the minimal when I can be utilizing the full. So it just seems like copper and cryonite and zinc and titanium are the only ones that can join the party. But guess what? Titanium, you can join the party. Sweet, everything else can basically be sold off the market. What I need to do is make sure that this is completely full. Let's go ahead and go brush up on our multi-tool so we don't go to a planet where we're like basically stuck. I don't want to get there like that. I don't need thallium. I've already made my warp cells, and a bolt caster is the only thing that's remaining, so let's go ahead and polish that off. Alright, we're sitting really tight. Everything is in really tip-top shape. So let's take off. Let's go back to our ship and get out of here. There's no reason for us to be on this planet anymore.
Ron can tell you more than you can tell him, buddy, lol.
Really? It's like he's doing like the thinking pose, like, I know what he's doing. He's looking for that portal. But Moser, I'm assuming that maybe you know Ron, or are you just like endorsing the inquisitive
He's the N.M.S. legend.
Oh, really? I've never met Mr. Ron. Like, well, if you're the N.M.S. legend, then I need to check your page out then, sir, and see what you got, like, for as far as, like,
His portals vid is a washing machine video.
Really? It's a washing machine video? Let me get to the freaking, like, spaceship real fast, because I'm gonna go to the next planet.
Everyone knows Ron.
I don't. I've never been introduced to Ron. Like, but hi, Ron. Nice to meet you. There's my ship. We got a little too sidetracked while getting introduced to the famous Ron. That's cool, man. Everyone knows you. Like, I was like trying to like not knowing. They're like, no, dude, you don't know Ron. Who the fuck are you? Like, what rock have you been hiding under, N.M.S.? Apparently, the rock of the like portion of the solar system that I didn't know you existed. But let me go ahead and jump in here real quick. Yeah, I'm like definitely like wondering, Ron, do you know anything more about portals? Because I ended up seeing like this video about like freaking this guy named Dan before time, and he kind of gave some interesting like information about like the monoliths having like a little bit to play with what's going on with the surrounding. Now there's a plaque I can get to right here. Moser, well, what are you laughing about? The fact that I don't know Ron. That's funny. But yeah, I was kind of curious, like, if those have anything to play with it, because like the scripting on like the physical side of like the golden football, it kind of like ends up being around like certain monoliths that you can kind of like kick around and move around. Has the same scripting that is on the side of the portals. So like I was like trying to figure out what the hell those mean. So I've been here.
If tomorrow starts, he will boil your head, bud.
Really? That's cool. I get roasted.
Sorry if Ron starts.
Alright, so there's nothing really I can get out of that. I already discovered it. It just seems for some reason I didn't trigger it. But we've already needed to be next to gone off this planet anyways, so let's get going. Alright, so once I see that lovely thing go past a grand, I should be able to pop out of here. There we go. I was trying to like figure out like what exactly happens, but it's pretty much once you go past a grand mark. In the ship that I'm in right nowadays, it might be a little different for other people that have like not as advanced pulse or thrust drives. So each ship is like different. As you get like more bigger ships, they become a lot easier. At least from my experience, they've gotten quicker and like a lot more like agile. And I'm assuming it also has to play with the chemistry of like the atmosphere, how much like the planet has, because that one actually did have a pretty decent one.
The ball is not meant to be moved to the portal itself.
Oh, okay. Is it kind of like a sundial then? Like, where maybe you have to blow up part of a fucking mountain in order to, like, freaking, like, have it, like, shine down? Because, like, one of the things that Dan had mentioned was that if you look at the freaking, like, I guess it's the flagpole that comes out, where it like looks like some kind of like hieroglyph like looking pole of like an alien language. It almost like syncs up with like the way you look at like the actual physical portal. So I was like, oh, maybe like it has to like be one of those things where it's like the stars aligned and all of a sudden it shines there, and it's like some like, you know, hidden of like portion of like the Raiders of the Lost Ark or some shit like that. Now I'm in a fucking battle and this is not really chill because I have shields but I don't have fucking way to survive. Okay, this is gonna be having us to like get down to the point of destroying some pirates real fast. Oh shit, my bad. They're gonna send like the fucking patrol if I don't like... Yeah, I accidentally hit them. Let's see if I can slip away from this battle. Let the Intergalactic Police take care of their own jive before I become part of the Intergalactic Police's fucking like most wanted. Alright, so definitely my shit's offline, as like you can see, like there's a battle. They never let you like kind of get around to this like stuff. Cool thing is once I can get to a warp section, which shouldn't be coming up pretty quick once I get out of the proximity, because no one's following me, hopefully. Unless some pirate wants to be a dick. It's like, what's that guy doing? What's he out there about himself? There we go. So we'll let them battle that shit off, but before I leave, since I'm at a very safe distance, I'm really going to quickly just scan out real quick. To see if maybe there's an Atlas station, because I do have like 10 fucking Atlas stones, and eventually I just need to randomly stumble onto a fucking Atlas station. Yeah, that's fun. I'm just taking up my inventory slots, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, I guess that's the one thing I hoard in N.M.S, is like freaking trying to get to the Atlas answers. I just want to birth the planet, that's all. And I don't want to restart another like freaking playthrough, because then they'll like not be as cool as what I have right now. I'll have to start from ground zero, but I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe after I beat it and get all the answers I want, then I'll like restart it just to do the one birthing planet, which even doesn't even have to do with a trophy. Like, usually I only do shit like that when I have like a trophy at hand, which I'm almost close to like platinuming this thing, which is pretty cool. I think I have the survival and like a few other, like a handful of them left that I need to get. Man, this would not be cool, like, for, like, freaking, like, if you didn't have, like, this, like, cool, you know, ultraviolet fucking, like, freaking, like, UV protection, like, obviously coating on here, because I'm pretty sure, like, going at this speed, aiming towards whatever that light is probably really bad for your eyes. It's like, don't stare into the middle of the sun syndrome, you know, it's like, don't stare into the middle of fucking, like, warp core syndrome. I mean, that just looks like pure light, just, like, slamming into your fucking, like, little windshield wipers. And thammium. Lots of thammium. So far we're in a pretty... Whoa. I wonder if that's a red forest. Let's go check that out. That looks really cool. I am digging this, like, little, like, freaking, like, world so far. Now, it might just be a whole bunch of red planets, but I don't know. I think there's going to be a little bit more diversity to, like, this planet as we kind of approach in. Oh, hell yes.
Cataracts received.
Oh, hell yes. This is really beautiful. I'm liking this planet so far. Rich freaking red soil. Looks like you can grow a whole bunch. Everything was fertile as fuck. Though it's very interesting, the architecture of like the planet's like sculpting like that. It's like either maybe there was mass floods like through time, like the water that's kind of eroded it, or maybe there's like something to do with the magnetism, like there's copper intertwined with those and they kind of grew like weird. I don't know, but let's land here. I see what I need necessarily for as far as pushing forward. This is a nice little Rosetta Stone. Let's check the climate and see how destructive the Sentinels are. So it's wet, typical. Everything seems to be kind of cool. So we can actually spend some time here without being like super ridiculous. And the wet is great because it's not poisonous, like from what I can tell. You make sure, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So first things first, I need that. But let me go ahead and scan some stuff out so I can keep working on this. Need to get more into the habit of that because I don't really do that when I go to each planet. I kind of either try to run through it and try to grab stuff when I can just, you know, get out real quick and just scan something.
Yes, the haze colors are there to help you identify star colors. If you spend time on the galaxy map, you can figure out the color pattern.
Oh yeah, like I found out like the material pattern. Like, so do you have any like point where the color for the Atlas stations, or is there a certain color star that they kind of like hover around, like necessarily?
It's crazy how this game is the most refunded game in gaming history.
I know, right? Like fucking, there are forums.
You can get those features on a lot of planets. Saw it on TV.
Oh, very cool.
Hot rock forms and hardens and soft soil erodes away.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thanks for the fun scientific fact there. But yeah.
Rock bridges on our own moon.
Oh, dude, you pay attention to NASA, which is pretty cool. But to follow up with McGee, it is very true. You know that there's like under 1,000 people that only still own this game on Steam, and like there are literally points where people have made.
Are you guys excited for Sean multiplayer Murray's interview tonight?
Actually, I didn't know that was tonight, but yeah, I am, because I'm really curious if that's going to be an update they're going to push anytime soon, because that'd be kind of cool. Like, I want to like know what's cooking in the future for this game for the people that are still playing it, and like the lost soldiers of N.M.S. as we all kind of troop on and try to figure shit out inside of this. But I need to craft some bypass keys, which means I might need iron. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the main thing. So let's find a rock. We discover this tree. Very beautiful looking tree. Alright, so there's a rock. Let's discover it, then destroy it.
MOGIs, hi. More than 100 bonus.
Oh, and what's going on, Duck Pro? Welcome to it. And dude, that is crazy. That's like almost 70k worth of sales, but only 80 grand worth of refunds. That's a lot. That means there's probably a lot of fucking like retailers that are sitting on top of huge quantities, like Amazon.com's probably during like Black Friday. They're probably gonna run this like for hella cheap. They're probably gonna be like, No Man's Sky, $5. You can have it for $5 fucking dollars. No refunds though. That was way too much iron, but it's whatever. Maybe I'll craft a whole bunch of fucking like who knows? They might package it with a PlayStation game.
I'm not gay, but I just want to say you're a very attractive guy with a very soothing voice.
Oh,
also, there were
Mickey, thank you.
Playing yesterday on Steam.
Wow.
Mickey
okay,
is
so
waiting for them to announce the new COD mods tonight. Hi, how can we watch the interview?
Hopefully YouTube will have something like live. I'm kind of hoping, and that's a really good question. I'm wondering myself, Andy. So hopefully someone that is on this like live chat can kind of chime in with how to watch this, because I know like for me, I missed the Overwatch tournaments that were on TBS. So shit's being publicized now on TV for gaming. Like us nerds, we're fucking making shit happen in today's society. We're like freaking the watched. MLG is kind of a cool thing to say nowadays, where it's like it's kind of a sport, you know? Like it's kind of cool, right? You can dedicate your life to gaming. You're not looked down as like this fucking like troll in a fucking like freaking basement. But that's more than enough that I need. So let's find ourselves.
It's on the Jeff Knightley show or whatever his name is.
Oh, cool. I have to look that up then. The Jeff Knightley. See what's going on. All right, transmission tower, engage.
N.M.S. interview will get more viewers than a political debate.
How funny would that be if like all of a sudden it's like 100% of fucking like Americans tuned in? It's like, wow. That's fucking epic. Sean Murray, you made national news, my friend. You're more important than a giant douche in a turd sandwich. If anyone's watched South Park, you totally get that reference. I have. It's been fucking hilarious. I love this season. I love where they're going. Yes! Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean to pop the mic, but the transmission tower, I got so fucking stoked.
Never heard of him, LOL.
Oh, very cool. Like, neither have I, Andy, so don't worry. I'm in the States and I'm in the dark. I'm a Cali boy. I come from, like, the Golden State. But let me go ahead and not worry about the transmission tower. I'm gonna worry about some monoliths. Yeah. Dude, okay, so one of my good friends, like, we were hanging out in SFO yesterday, going to Fleet Week, which was very fun. Anyway, so, like, we're there and we're, like, kind of talking. And oh, cool, man. Nice. Local Cali. I'm NorCal. Like, yeah. From that Northern Cali region. So I think there's so many regions. We have SoCal and NorCal. We're very diverse. And we don't separate too much. Like, but they wanted to separate our state, but that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is, like, I was at like Fleet Week and we were basically like sitting, and my friend got this push notification from Loot Crate. And this is like South Park news. And in that like Loot Crate, let me make sure I don't have another bypass key, which I don't. Let's get to my ship. It basically said that I guess they're making some elite South Park Loot Crate, which made me very intrigued. Like, I wanted to go on there and see if I could basically, like, buy that. Because I love South Park and I love the collectibles. Like, and, like, the Stick of Truth, they gave a Wizard of, like, Cartman. And the new one, they're giving, like, a Coon mobile, like, thing with Cartman, like, driving around on it. And it's remote controlled. I was, like, totally sold on that. I was like, wait, it's remote controlled? Yes, please. Like, I totally dug that when, like, that was, like, the best thing of Homefront Revolutions. That fucking red yawn of a game. Like, seriously, that game...
While crying, explains how Sony fucked him over. Releases update with co-op, base building, freighters, giant dinos, sandworms.
Oh shit, there are like those like sandworms from fucking Beetlejuice or Tremors. But that sucks if like this whole thing is like been Sean Murray's been painted as a villain and then it's been chopped up by Sony and Sony's gone like down to the point of doing what Activision and Bungie does and like, you know, trying to like work stuff over in the way that they want it instead of what the consumer was promised. But I don't know, maybe this interview will clear up a lot of the convolution. Maybe Morgan Freeman will show up and earn an extra freckle and like teach us a thing or two. That's how he earns his freckles. He clears up the convolution. He just appears out of nowhere and is like, I'm Morgan Freeman.
LOL.
Alright, let me quickly go ahead and pop open this station real fast. And I'm going to quickly look over to the, like, I guess right over here, even though it's my left, and see that Cryo Knights.
LOL love South Park.
Yeah, okay, that's one thing I love. I love the bonding portions. Like, I love like South Park, and I love what they're doing with the games because I've heard like they're siding with Ubisoft in order to basically try to like get like I guess more of like a show type thing on there. Because I mean they're really big nowadays with the Book of Mormon and like them doing like shorter seasons. So it's like I think they're trying to find like a really quick balance to everything. It's like I really hope they never stop producing South Park episodes.
Right back in going to go on my account and sub to you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like every subscription counts, and I do like getting to know you guys too. Like this.
Can reach your goals.
Hell yeah.
Beefcake.
Beefcake. Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a shirt like Beefcake. Oh gosh, that's like early first season. That was so good. Fucking Cartman just like getting so fat. He's like, oh, I'm so ripped, guys. It's like, oh fuck, dude, you're so ridiculous right now, Cartman. Car, dual challenge, weapon, trade vault, death. Okay, I'm gonna really pay attention to this form over here to the right, because I think I might die if I pick the wrong one. I don't know, this alien does not seem like he's dicking around right here. So the life form is studying the diagram of two warriors in combat while a chosen form of the multi-tool weapon sits below in the storage vault. Yes, I know. It's nice to be a South Park nerd. An angry recording message is being played in the sequence of furious barks and screaming. So there's dogs and like people are getting attacked by dogs in this fucking like recording. How gruesome. That clearly have a moral high ground. The life form sees the battle scars of my exosuit and instantly yelps a question. Well, I'm not gonna be cowardly about it, and I guess like freaking like I'll accept his question. Okay, so you gave him multi-tool. Ooh, now he's gonna get mad because I have a better one than this. So sorry, buddy. Oh, he didn't get butthurt. Sometimes they get butthurt about that. They're like, no, our technology is better. But usually the warriors are the ones that are cool. It's the ones that you really get like really touchy about that shit is the Gek. Like they're like, we're so smart, we're so pretentious. It's like, no, you know, you guys are like kind of full of yourself. I mean, you don't really have the best shit in the galaxy. You got some good shit, don't get me wrong, but you know how many times they fucking trick me into elements and all of a sudden they give me some formula that I already have, and I'm like, dude, fuck you. That's not cool. So like glancing off of this and talking at the same time, like it seems like from that it goes to the 6, and that goes to 5, and that goes to 4.
Or the one where Kenny becomes a zombie due to the hot sauce.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the zombie episode, Pink Eye. He's like, I don't know about you guys in the Pink Eye. Like, you stay away from me. Like, it's so fucking hilarious. Chef comes back as a zombie, which is so tight. I love the Thriller reference to that. You just see Chef in the fucking cemetery. It's so good. Like, early South Park was great because it was so crude of what Matt and Trey, it really was just like fucking fart, piss, and like, you know, shit jokes for a while, but then they became like this fucking well-tuned machine of fucking pop culture. I mean, like, seriously, you can't watch South Park and laugh about something that isn't happening like literally within the last week or two. That's how fucking good they are. They're fucking like literally social like geniuses, like with what they craft. It's really cool. I love them. Like, I mean, like if they ever stumbled upon my stream, this is much love. This is my shout out to you guys. Like, keep shit up, like, and keep shit up well. You know, like maybe we'll see another basketball like movie, which probably not, but I fucking love that.
Decapitating people left, right, and center. Then
I hope not.
When they finally stop the zombie outbreak,
yeah,
everyone is all ready.
They just need to kill the Omega zombie. Like, it was like some vampire play at that point in time. It's so funny.
Crazy how funny Cartman is, and then they brought it up to the next level when they made Randy Marsh hilarious.
Dude, he was like in the hidden closet. Like, he didn't pop on to see. Oh, yes. Sorry, I had my happy moment because we finally got a ship that's better than the last one. Looks kind of janky, but it's better, so I'll take it. But yeah, when they introduced Randy Marsh as a main character, like, I love that show even more. Like, when he wasn't just the geologist that we got to know, and he was just like this really fucking funny dude. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Randy Marsh is like hilarious. So it's like, I loved it, like, personally myself. And for most of you people that are popping in, I'm pretty sure you can be a South Park fan, you know, and chime in with like your favorite episode, because you know, it's like, you know, who knows what sticky situation the boys have gotten themselves into. Because I love that episode where they're recapping like the first season, and they're just like, I don't know, guys.
Jacking off in the hot tube episode really makes me cringe.
Yeah, like it does too for like some people. I definitely agree. Like freaking like there's like so many like good points of that show, like where I like loved.
The link in your topic today?
I did, because like I thought that, like, you know, I saw this really cool freaking like point of origins with Dan Before Time, and I came across it because I've been watching a lot of videos, and like, you know, things have been kind of fruitless, and for him, he showed something that was really unique, and it perked my gaming like intelligence, because I was like, whoa, you have something that's like way more validity than most do. Like, and I'll have to check yours out, Ron, see if you have an even farther point of analogies of this. So it's like I kind of popped that link on top of there because I was like, kind of feel like I didn't want to be like, hey, this isn't my information technically, this is me passing the information on, and like still searching myself for an answer as well. So I was trying to be like fair. Everyone got like a freaking like shout out inside of this, and that's what I try to do. You know, it's like I find stuff, you know, to kind of give people shout outs of like what's going on, because it's like I have a few viewers that are kind of really faithful, and they want to check shit out. Like Brandon, if he's still inside the freaking chat room, he's an N.M.S streamer as well. You know, like, might be some helpful information for him to kind of check out the video, and it's really short.
To a washing machine at him.
Really?
So why do you guys think
oh my gosh
is gonna come out of hiding from
okay, I'm gonna have to check
tonight?
that because that sucks, Ron, if so, because I was actually going to like freaking like show him where it's just like a 4-minute video. That sucks. That means my phone copied the wrong fucking link. That's what I get, but I'll fix that. I'll like probably comment back. I'll go on my comp later on when I'm eating and like update that, so like if you guys do want to watch that, you can go. Thank you for letting me know it goes to a fucking washing machine ad though. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know. I think he is. I think he will, Kyle. I think this will be the one moment of truth where he can actually kind of like shed his side of the story. But let me keep breaking shit down as I'm talking to everyone. Sorry, I was like trying not to burp at the same time while talking, which kind of felt at the very end of my sentence. I snuck in a little belch there.
On some lore or background story?
You know, for me personally, like, there's not too much in lore in this at all. Like, that's what I'm kind of hoping Sean Murray gives us a little hint of what's going on. Like, you can find, like, languages, which a few viewers have given me a lot of hints. They've been basically telling me, like, hey, you know, you can kind of put hidden messages together. Now, I haven't looked into it in that depth.
Part of the story?
Ooh, okay, I'm curious to see what Ron knows. Alright, so let me go ahead and see if I can transfer some stuff over now. Perfect. So let's get rid of the iron. Plutonium. You're gonna go ahead and go in there. Iridium, I probably don't need, but I can take this, take this, take this. Okay, iron. You're going to leave. You're no longer needed. Now, iridium, I got too much of this anyways, and this iron can go. So let's go ahead and switch over what we can really quick. Copper, I know I need. Iron, I don't. Titanium and zinc. And I think that might be it. Let's try the thamium, like top off, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Lore. The location of the long dead traveler, Atlas, are all in the game.
Ooh. See, I didn't follow that Atlas pass, so I'm really curious what happens when you birth the planet, if there's more story that ensues afterwards.
Terminal saying returning user.
Ooh, okay, I'm digging this. Like, this whole conversation that's spurring up real fast, because it's giving a lot more to, like, what's going on. So let me go ahead and get back into my new ship. We can start fixing stuff real quick, because we may need some of those plates. So let me see if I can not, like, lose this, because it's right around the corner. Should be. I jump on top of the ship.
The long dead traveler.
There we go. Perfect. Alright.
Andy, yes. Hello tells you early on your character that you were brought back. And are the long dead traveler. We are Tom Cruise. The center is a giant couch with Oprah welcoming us back.
That's kind of interesting, because like that means it's kind of like in Destiny where the ghost finds you and like it brings you back. Your purpose is to kind of follow this trail, in a sense. Because I still didn't finish that, and that's what kind of annoys the shit out of me. I have these in my fucking inventory. One day I'll get rid of them. Everyone says just sell them, don't worry. And then I have that one fucking time where I come across a damn Atlas station, and then I can use them.
I have the best conversations with you. I haven't spoken to Polo much yet.
Great minds think alike, then? That's why I'm going to put the comment on top of that. But hey, what's going on, Professor X? And Polo, yeah, I actually dig Polo's conversations and chime into like your guys' conversations between Andy and Ron, which they're having like a really cool conversation about lore for some people that are popping in, as I'm like really quickly siphoning through what I can and cannot use really quick, which doesn't seem like I can use a lot. I need to fix shit in my starship, since ship shields are going to be like one of the most necessity points. I need to get a dynamic resonator.
Done with school.
Oh, cool, man. Good to hear. It's always nice to get out of school and stretch your legs, not have to worry about anything for a good second. Alright, so not like much I can actually upgrade. Cool thing is it seems like one of the warp reactors is already kicked in, which is kind of nice, so it wasn't completely stored. So I'm going to need the dynamic resonators out of here, and I need to use something. Like, okay, let's go ahead and boot that in. Let's go ahead and boot this in to get rid of some stuff. So this ship actually is going to be kind of fully functional a tiny bit. So if pirates come towards us, arg, they better be watching out, because we're going to beat their ass. Alright, so that should hopefully give me some room. If not, we'll figure out a way to get more. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Let me scan and analyze this fucking like really interesting looking lizard dog thing. Why won't you scan? There we go. It just needed to be in the sun. It's exotic. Okay, cool. It's rare. Cautious though. It can be like a dick sometimes. Alright, so let's go ahead and really quickly access this. We'll jump in the ship so we don't get like obviously these little angry convies picking at our freaking like point of interest. So now this is gonna be easy. I'll just send a whole bunch of stuff back, and then I'll be able to like continue to siphon out what's going on inside of my freaking inventory. So we can hop in the cockpit.
Because of the very flawed ability to discover the lore of the game, people can only scratch the surface of this game's lore, and even if we CO.
It is cool to see the community coming together though, and like the answers emerging through like, you know, people that are streaming, and like, you know, great people that have gone through like these like through with a fine comb. Like, I mean, I barely even kind of combed this over. It's just been more of exploring and obviously re-upping on my ship, my inventory, and my freaking like multi-tool as I kind of scratch the fucking surface.
Is it to read knowledge stones?
Not hard at all actually. I try to get them all the time. Like freaking like they're just like pretty much as long as you've seen them not lit up, you can pretty much get the answers you need from like the language. That's why it's like now the 3 languages that do exist.
Then complain. That
Oh,
is what annoys me about the lore. It's
That's
the
true.
players' lazy generation and not the game on the most part. Lausya scammers. There's an N.M.S community app on your phone and tablets. Join us. Go search
Ooh.
N.M.S amino app.
I will.
Emoji purple heart.
Dude, I'm loving this conversation. Today has ignited a huge thing about the N.M.S community inside of this chat, so I like it because like there's a lot of fun stuff that it's like been like thrown around for as far as
respected and loved member of the community. They call me Sean, multiplayer Murray on the app. Well, I am born in this generation. Does that make me lazy?
not necessarily. Everything. I was born in the generation mechanical and freaking like digital. So it's just like, it just depends on how you apply yourself. You can be a hybrid. You just gotta apply yourself to be a hybrid. But anyways, let me go ahead and get some of this like stuff switched out. So quickly, I don't need a shit ton of heritium. You can go back. I already got enough of that. And these can go over here. All this is not really useful to me at this very moment. It will be when I go to sell it at market. Alright, perfect. That gives me enough room to get this and the dynamic resonator, which I'm gonna need to boot in my warp drive. Alright, perfect. That should be enough, and then my dynamic resonator once that's sent over. Alright, cool. I'm done. We can hop out of here, go back to the ship so we can repair it. It's kind of a, you know, a dance between both ships, but once I get it up to par, it's like really nice. Like I spent a lot of time in this ship, so like things became a little bit more back online, and Obviously, as you can see, this one I've
Every
spent a lot more.
generalization includes the majority. That means you are in the minority of the generalization.
Ooh. But I like being the minority. It's like the fringe realms. It's like you're different a little bit for as far as like what you want to learn. But I mean, for the masses, yeah. Like I mean, it is kind of funny, like how like people have brought up the question of like suing challenge. It's like I kind of want to see all the facts. You know what I mean? Like see everything laid out because it's like a lot of people are pissed off. Yeah, we didn't get co-op, but I don't know. Like, there could be answers. There's a reason why I'm still playing this.
What do you know about Minority Flight Boy?
Well,
Also,
first off, that proves your point. I'm not white. Unless you're talking about someone else, Rick, you're making an assumption, and I guess you cannot even guess what race I am. I guarantee it. But let me go ahead and freaking like really quickly move some stuff over real fast. If that was lodged towards me, for as far as like your comment. But yeah, Hero. I definitely agree with the gamers in the last 20 years. It isn't very interesting. Nope. Wrong. Keep guessing.
You're Persian.
Keep guessing. But I like that because I do like Persian. Like, cool. It's nice to be multicultural. I like it. It's like the melting pot of America. That's why it's like super funny. Like I've been told that before when I was in high school. Like fucking like this girl came up to me and I was just like, she's like, "Hey, white boy," and I'm like, "I'm not white," and she's like, "You look white, you talk white, you is white," and I'm like, "Okay, I mean that's kind of racist, but whatever. Like you're not gonna guess what I really am."
Persian? Wait, I thought Persian was the breed of a cat.
No, Persian is Iranian, like of today's. No. But that's cool. I know, like it's getting close. I'll give you a hint. I am 3 major mixes that are like kind of a pot that basically makes what I am.
I am related to a different Native American culture.
That is cool though. Native American culture's got a lot of roots. I like definitely. I do dig in Native Americans because I like the way that they respect the land and shit like that. They have a really cool tune of what's going on. Alright, cool. So I've gotten everything I needed out of here. That's going to stay inside of there as we fix the ship and bring it back onto line. So let me go ahead and hop inside of here, quickly get in there. And here.
Like the black guy Elaine David in Seinfeld.
Rick, I'll let you know what I am.
Class degenerate American. You're Italian, Native American, and Filipino.
No, but that's the most interesting mix anyone's ever said. Sorry, I just
looked at what is actually in the game.
Totally like fun.
It's a waste to give away your game or dumb. LOL, Rick, you nearly got mine. If we
I agree, Ron. Like, seriously, that's why I've held on to it because of honestly.
By your name? Yes, no, only.
It's like for reals. That's why I've held on to this because like there is supposed to be future contact coming to it.
Being dumber than the rest of the world population.
But
I want your so bad masked hero.
Okay,
it makes me hate myself sometimes.
That's so fucking hilarious. This shit's just like popping off. But to answer your question, like which was like the conversation between me and Rick, is I am German, Irish, and Hispanic. And I come from more of like the rooted point before Spaniards. I guess my grandmother had like a freaking dark, or not dark, but just a deep rooted history inside of the whole culture. Like more of like freaking like the original people that inhabited like Mexico City and stuff like that. Before like the Spaniard mixed into it. They had like this huge like farm out there. Like and like I guess one of my old great grandfathers was like one of like the like I guess the senators out there for like Mexico. It was really cool. But like that was like more of my root. Like I'm first generation American, like born in here. Like thanks to my dad, my mom, like popping me out as a concept. But yeah, I am the melting pot of America. Most people always think I look like everything. Mediterranean is the #1 guest. So like when you said Persian, I was like, yeah, I've heard that before.
We are all humans, floating on a blue ball, around a ball of fire, in space.
Hero, I can get behind that. You know what? We were all living on the same fucking home, so color really don't even matter. It just makes us more diverse, if anything, you know? Makes everything not look the same. I mean, that would suck if everything looked the same. That wouldn't that be bland? Like we all look like blue, big ass eyes, or like gray with big ass eyes, like aliens. Like they don't get diversity. We get diversity, and that's awesome. Not many alien cultures can say that with the way that we paint them. In movies, at least. You ever think that? Like, in, like, aliens, besides, like, this game and some others that, like, give you, like, multicultures, and it's, like an alien race, it's usually just one that look all the same. It's just, like, that doesn't seem right. Like, look at humanity. Like, we've been proven that you live in different environments.
As long as we're all united and focus on making other species extinct.
Yeah, well... That is the Watchmen like way. It's just like, okay, yes, let's go ahead and freaking just like extinct everything. It makes sense. There we go. That's back online. So I need to get a little bit more iron inside of my life, and then I can get rid of that annoying symbol. Because one of my viewers last night, he was so pissed that I kept like riding around with that, and I was like, okay, I can get rid of that. Because like, when I see your point, I just tuned it out.
Pretty well, Rick. LOL.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm good. Oh, come on, Rock. Why are you almost indestructible? Why it should be like 500 fucking like Rock quarantine right here? Oh, hell yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back inside of here so our life support doesn't dwindle down. I can craft what I need really quick. So let's get some sheets going on, because that is what I need in my life right now for as far as like crafting stuff. Do 5, and that should be more than enough of what I need. Alright, so first things first, let's shut that up. Let's go ahead and get that, which is going to take 2 more. Which was not more than I needed, apparently. That was under. I completely lowballed myself in the iron use, but that's fine. Because hopefully that will disappear right there. Yes! It was like magic. So let's go back to our starship and get this like going in there. So perfect. So let's go ahead and get this reloaded right there. Get our hyperdrive, which will fill up in just a second. Our pulse drive, we're going to need that booted in, which we'll get that with thallium for as far as that. And as far as this, yeah, I'm probably going to have to get more thallium and iron, but I'll worry about that in a second when I leave port to space. Right now, I need to gather the materials needed for as far as my warp drive. So I need more carbon, first things first, and plutonium is going to be something I need to grab as well. So let's see if I can really quickly just fly to a cave, since I have like lift off in this like little guy. And I got my new ship. I'm so happy. I'm looking everywhere for this shit. So we'll go towards that monolith, see what, since I haven't discovered it anyways. We'll kind of fly over there and see if I can find like any cavern. Like, and that's one thing I like about it is like, you know, you go to caverns, you get this nice little cool environment. You can kind of like chill inside it, which is not doesn't really fuck with you. You still gotta worry about life support, but you can kind of just like roll through it and find the elements, which usually has a different rare element sometimes down below. So you can get gold on the bottom and aluminum on the top. So it's like if you're still looking for that kind of stuff. I don't. I just like mill down fucking ships and like just sell. I have so much excess material, like it's ridiculous. Like, but like my ship quota is kind of like dwindled a little bit. It kind of sucks. Like I used to get like so much, and now it's like I kind of feel like I have to like really like, you know, search everywhere. But that's not too bad, especially with me searching for like, you know, like portals and stuff like that. But this chat alone has been like really cool. Like I've learned just a lot from just like watching the community. I'll have to check out the app and see like more like the more like in-depth lore that people have gotten. Like, you know, it's like sounds like the wiki of like fucking like No Man's Sky. And then that whole interview later on tonight with the whole thing with Sean Murray, that should be interesting to see how that pans out, see what ends up, and for as far as what he says and what he brings to light, because like that in general will, you know, get the community talking as well. So it's gonna be a lot of buzz around No Man's Sky today, sounds like. All right, so let me go ahead and climb up here real quick. Perfect.
Lore and story are 2 different things. I want to tell you the story, but I can promise you the story will kill all immersion completely.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. I mean, lore is obviously the background stuff, what makes the whole universe, rather with story is what gives the narrative of what's going on inside of there, like a single person's pursuit where you have the Atlas and like, you know, this obviously this person that's being resurrected to kind of follow this path, which I didn't get that chance. It kind of sucks. I really want that chance. I want to find a fucking Atlas station so I can get rid of these things, but in due time, I guess patience is a virtue in this game. You know, until then, I'll keep finding shit. I guess it'll be annoying when I found everything and then I can't like get to where I want to, which is that. But okay, let's. It seems like somehow I'm pathetic coward. Interloper takes. Holy shit! They're just like they're fucking shit up there. But let's see what's going on here. The monolith rips like the paper.
I learned the story. It was a depressing day.
Oh, okay,
you
well
are
then.
The narrative of your own story.
There you go. It's like everyone that streams gives a narrative to it, which is kind of cool. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, it is kind of like that one person's journey through like a fucking 1/1,000,000th of a discovery as you keep going down there and you keep finding these new things and all these possibilities. Welcome back, Professor X. Let me see what's going on. So rip the paper, opening the windows, another world in its lace giant's web. Sounds like we're in a fucking spider web of shit real fast. Just within reach, an ancient warrior lies cocooned. Okay, he's like a cocoona. Maybe he'll turn into a Beedrill.
Yes,
It has been...
but your story will suck after you learn the story of the game.
I'll trust Rick because there are a lot of experienced N.M.S people inside of here today, so it's like I'm very intermediate. I like to consider myself in this whole knowledge base of it. Like, you know, it's like I like to like know a little bit, but it's like that's why I like looking around at videos and seeing what's going on, which is funny, like how
What's
that
the story
posted.
Of the game, Rick?
No, Professor X is curious. I'm gonna go ahead and let it take the multi-tool.
I can't say.
Ooh,
Ruin the game
salvaged a blueprint. Alright, let's see what we got.
I hate the game though.
Let's see here real fast. It's already something I already know. Oh, what's going on, Five? Welcome to the chat. Alright, perfect. So let me go ahead and spin around and go back to my ship really quick.
Well, I know the story, I know the lore, however there are secrets out there. It might not even be in the game yet, because probably Sean M. I disagree. I like the game's story and lore.
I'm curious, because if Ron, like, he's pretty famous in this chat, so I'm like, if he likes the story, I'm kind of curious myself, too. So, I mean, like, Rick, I mean, at this point in time, I'm not really losing anything except for, like, gaining knowledge at this point in time with this chat, so it's like...
My name is MHN, you disrespectful fool.
Oh, I didn't know. My bad.
If you hate
Five,
why not
and...
go play Mario Brothers?
But I'll keep calling you MHN, if you prefer.
I don't have the game.
That's funny. Just go back old school. Let's go back to the NES roots. Or, you know, just NES roots if you really want. Just keep it rudimentary. Just, like, you know, destroy turtle shells and take mushrooms and grow bigger with...
You were in the African Korean guy's N.M.S on acid stream. I was.
Whoa. What the hell? There was, like, a dude,
Deep
like,
frying.
on acid on N.M.S? That's a fucking crazy stream.
Guy, by the way.
That's a hella crazy stream. That guy must have found, like, the colors to be so intense. I don't know. It's just still funny. I'm, like, freaking totally playing around in my freaking inventory where I should just be filling up. No! I'm out of plutonium. Shit! Alright. Let's go ahead and search. I think we'll find something. I do remember that, but I got too distracted with just getting a little cozy inside here.
Some LOL.
Oh, fuck yeah. Cave entrance. I'm getting over there right now. Oh, there's Brandon.
What African Korean guy?
Like, was I hearing that correct? That the person, like, was on acid? Or am I misreading that, like, in general? Because that is generally kind of interesting, because I actually might look that up just to see, like, what that person goes through in the experience, because that's crazy. Or are you just saying that as just, like, a funny thing? Alright, so let's go ahead and puncture.
Your apology was average, though I shall allow it.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you accepted the freaking apology, MHN.
Tell me.
Like, I didn't know there was a quality and caliber in those, but I'll try to work on my A game with apologies. So the next time I piss you off, I'll be a little bit more sincere. Yeah, I'm with Ron. Spill the beans. Let's get the cooking here. Alright, let me go ahead and keep going around, because I'm going to get to plutonium eventually. I'm going to find it.
Don't create a can of worms, Rick.
I know, right? He's fishing for trouble.
He was on acid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely like gonna like check that out. Like, and if Rick, if you can leave a comment with that link, like that would be much obliged. That way.
Rick. Fight.
Round 1. Knowledge.
Emoji Japanese ogre. Don't worry, guys. If something seems wrong with me, well, you could say in clowning around.
Yeah, Brandon's a return viewer. He's pretty chill.
He was being melted.
I don't know.
Okay, not enough. I only accept your A+ game.
Okay, I'll work on that. Just subscribe and I'll work on some psycho apologies and I'll just like, you know, like make an episode of just apologies. Oh, it's fine. MHN, you're actually like, bringing me down to a fucking pretty cracked smile right now because it's pretty funny. Like, you're pretty feisty. That's for sure. Alright, so let me go ahead and like quickly like look. Oh, hell yes. Okay, we got some cool stuff.
Seen any clowns lately, Mac?
No, can't say I have actually. Do you like clowns, Brandon? I don't mind them. They're alright. Unless, you know, it's like Attack of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is all classic. Like, as a kid, I didn't like it, but it's super funny as an adult.
Until I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, that might get you a little less feisty. I mean, you can't run as fast towards those puns. Pun intended. But let me go ahead and see.
Clowns.
Oh no, I guess the people do not like clowns. That's funny. I used to not like ducks either, but you know, you get over these fears. They're just fears. There's nothing much more than that. Fears were meant to be conquered. Damn it! Thought I had plutonium, or at least some of them inside of there.
Well, I'm not sure if you heard about them, but it's search for them and hunt them down. It was a Skyrim reference, but okay.
Oh, okay, that's funny with the Skyrim reference. And Brandon, if there is a hunting down clown mode planet, that would be fucking hilarious. If someone like crafted that in the N.M.S. like freaking crew, it's like, yeah, we're gonna make a real planet where you run over there and you attack the clowns. Because you have to. Like, I mean, I guess like there's gotta be some planet that looks like, you know, like human looking like type people, right? Human-esque, should I say? Shit, I'm gonna need more of that anyways. Because I need to craft more warp drive in order to continue. Cool thing is though, at least I have like a little more I can put inside this tank so we can get more to a hospitable place. A little more mild temperature, but looks like there's a lot of red marks, which is thambium.
I'm new to YouTube stream watching. Clowns are DLC, unfortunately.
Really? You have to pay extra for it? Like, or wait a minute, is this one of the cool games? Because I remember, I think it was kind of like
Also,
Uncharted
did you
4.
really expect me to shoot myself with the arrow?
No.
Like no one uses bows and arrows
Maybe.
anymore, at least not well.
Maybe a deer
Just
decided to
look
take
up
up bow and
before
arrow.
come out in the WW. Welcome to streams, Rick.
Oh, okay. Like, are you talking about the one that's like connected to the washing machine thing? That's just needing, because like sometimes I notice with copying links, sometimes it does get a little dicey, where it puts its own thing, which is kind of funny because like if you are like, you know, URL sensitive to looking at those things, you can catch it. For me, I quickly did it in the stream, so if you are referencing that to Ron, thank you. I appreciate you doing the homework on that. And like if someone posted the link to that like random fucking asset stream of the Korean dude, like freaking, like that would also be interesting too to see, because like I kind of want to watch that. That'd be something funny to like eat and like watch this guy like trip the fuck out on like No Man's Sky, which I'm assuming he's from South Korea, because like, you know, you can't like, or somewhere in the States or somewhere, because obviously he's not North Korea.
19217 No Man's Sky ending explains center galaxy simulation theory.
Oh, look at you, Rick. You just like dropped a freaking link bomb on us.
North Korea needs to be nuked.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, like, yeah, they play
Also
around with that stuff,
Korea.
but well, I don't know. Like, I love peace,
And
not war.
ISIS.
But just me. Like, I mean, I know there obviously is, you know, evil that needs to be ratted out in these kind of portions of the world, but for me, it's like I wish we could get to that humanitarian stage where everyone's cool with each other. What's going on? Daniel Kitchens, how you been?
Has in the States, I think Wyoming.
Oh, myself, I'm from Cali, Rick. But I don't know where everyone else
live
is.
in Arkansas.
Oh, cool. Arkansas. Alright, so let me get to the space station.
Saying they are getting sucked, but it's probably satire.
I don't know. It could be a lot of things, but I'm kind of interested to see like that like link. Maybe it's got a little bit more thing.
Holly here as well.
Oh, cool, man. I'm NorCal. That's where I like reside. So let's get to the space station.
King stereotypes. Be right back.
Alright, see you back in a second, Rick. And yeah, you know, it's like I've always been the one where it's just like you can follow the trends, you can set the trends. I mean, personally, me, I just strive to be my individualist self.
Likely outright lies. However, there's a possibility.
Yeah, very much. Let's get to the space station as fast as we can. Insufficient fuel. No. Guess we're gonna have to shoot down some fucking meteors. Now the question is, do I have any slots inside my ship? Yes, I do. Just enough. So let's make this happen before some pirate ships decide to like fucking bear down on us.
Oh, a trendsetter?
Oh, hell. I guess we're... I don't know. I'm not a trendsetter. Like, I just follow my own trends. I'm like the dude that goes down to the fucking thrift store before a thrift store came out with like freaking that damn fucking song and populated it. And it's like I'm the hipster that isn't the hipster. Like, you know, it's like I do it because I want to, not because like freaking people are.
I guess you guys didn't hear the news that USA and the Pentagon have created fake videos as propaganda. 500 million
Really?
taxpayers' money spent.
Who would have knew the government would be making propaganda yet again? Alright, cool thing is I think I got about enough. Yeah, good thing is ramming. Elite, welcome back, man. I haven't seen you in like almost like 8 to 10 hours or so. Well, let me get this like photon cannon. Oh, I need iron, son of a bitch.
Hey,
but let me go ahead and
5 million, I think. Just kidding.
No, that's what I figured. Fuck!
Stereotypes about Arkansas being full of stereotypes is when
okay, this is not good.
It's a ruthless and crazy place. Sick.
Oh, I have no fucking ammo. This is not good at all. I'm like hoping like one of my fucking systems will just kick in randomly, but they don't seem too worried about me, so I'm just gonna keep going. Fuck, okay, they are very worried about me for as far as trying to get my loot. Maybe I can swing down, get some iron, come back. Alright, shit, this is not gonna end well because I don't know where I'm gonna start. Okay, we're getting to the atmosphere. We're maybe about 30 seconds off. Try to do like some barrel rolls, try to keep out of this. Sorry if I get a little bit anyone dizzy. Trying to like stay out of trouble because I got about maybe about 6 shots after the shields fucking broke off. And I can't hit any more freaking thammium rockets. It's not gonna be really well. See, I already lost my shield, so I got about like 5, 4. Oh shit, this is not gonna end well. This is what I get though. Like I should have like totally saw the iron being a necessity.
You got this.
I hope so. I sure as hell hope so.
Read the link I sent about the story of the game. Tell me it's not an immersion killer. Rick, those are all the things that people are still exploring. And it fails to address that there is an exploration of what those things are.
Ooh. I know, yeah, I died. But MHN, thank you for the confidence booster. I appreciate you. You believing in me. That was nice. And Rick and Ron are at very cool, dissimilar points, but both of them have valid points.
Just think people who live in the woods and stuff are lower class than the average E.
Well, everyone's got the same, you know, individual value. You know, no one's more important than the rest.
Let me rephrase that.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna guess like. Look at what I don't have inside my inventory. Let's go ahead and sell some stuff. Obviously, this lovely alien is going to be the benefactor of all my cool shit. What's up, bro? You Wi-Fi ship? This looks like a Wi-Fi, like little fucking like antenna right there. It broadcasts its radio signal from there. All right, Mr. Conscript. Please. Oh, cool. You know, it's nice to have full sentences with these guys. It's pretty chill. So emerald can go. We can get rid of some gold. Let's go ahead and get rid of nickel.
I respect people who thrive in the wild more than the average pussy latte drinker. Emoji grinning face.
No, seriously though, because you know, in the end of the world, let's just say like, you know, this luxury that we have, you know, us playing games, us streaming, and like for us, this is like major problems of us trying to figure out portals and stuff. And it's like I'm totally digging that like Ron and Rick are like opening the can of worms of certain stuff. Okay, you're a latte fan, like I can see.
People come here, dislike it, and then rant about it online like it's everyone's fault.
I agree. You know, it's like it should just be that kind of this fun experience type thing. But like, you know,
if you ever study ancient history and cultures, you are faced with some of the root questions. You understand we evolved from some. It usually burns her, but she likes it. Evolution isn't real. Ron,
you know, I am going to subscribe to you, my friend, after I get off this, because you've perked my interest. Let me see if I can even do this from it. Okay, you're a fun guy to chat to. Let's see, I'm gonna go to your channel real fast. I'm gonna break character real quick.
I've studied ancient history and cultures.
Got 8 people, now you got 9, my friend. Now I'm subscribing to you, because you bring up a lot of cool questions in N.M.S. So.
Damn, this stream dropping bombs.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking knowledge bombs, people.
Ron, welcome. Was there on the N.M.S. on acid stream, weren't you?
Alright, let me go ahead and get the freaking...
a bunch of trolls hating about the game without ever even playing it.
Dude, isn't
Matt,
that
I
funny
am
though?
not a streamer.
I know, but still, it would be nice to know if you
I
ever
don't
like put
know.
anything
If
out in your
I was there,
personal
I have
opinion
no
about
memory
that
of
shit.
that.
Like, I personally do love your theories, Ron. Like, you've definitely, you and
were
Rick.
trying to dick with me in the chat.
Oh, were you guys talking about the acid stream?
Ron,
Like,
but you are
that's so
beautiful.
funny. That's so fucking funny. Everyone's like in the same community of N.M.S. Yeah, you should do that, Ron. You should just like host a video of like freaking just like your freaking like theories, and just get hella fucking views about it. And just be like, "Welcome to Ron's lore and
So
story."
Ron, you're saying either we believe evolution exists or we're atheist? Rick, I have seen the guy who does an I am space alien gimmick. And saying that science is always correct?
I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion because in the end, you close
No,
your
not
eyes, it could
talking
be
about
anything.
anyone in this chat. Did you
Ah.
all know that the 1-3 richest families rule the world? 1-3 colonies, 1-3 families.
Yeah, because you know the
Yeah,
funny
Ron,
thing
I'll
is,
go
like,
in your chat and
apparently
I'll dick with you too.
10 companies own everything in the world. Like, literally, everything, like, capitalist point. It filters up to, like, mother, brother, and sister, like, freaking companies that all result.
I see you. Nice job.
Thank you. I appreciate that, especially with our rocky start. I'm glad we've warmed up to each other. It is very nice to meet you. MHN. Hopefully I see you a little bit more often in these streams. And everyone that's here, you're more than welcome to subscribe. I never really push that on too many people. I just kind of say it here randomly every so often. If you dig it, you can definitely hop into this, because not a lot of people get the interface point. Apparently, from what I've heard, I'm like one of the only like rare ones that pop on like the actual Sony like talk to chat, and then kind of like really interfaceably get into like chats with people, which I like, because it stirs up stuff like this where someone can like kind of watch a video and it's like narrative, you know, a little bit, tiny bit. Alright, so let's get there. Is that a transmission tower? Yes, that is a transmission tower. I think I might go check out that transmission tower.
Everyone loves me, don't worry. Thus, this is why I am saying.
Well, you're a likable
if
person.
you don't have a belief in esoteric things, or religion, you should believe in math. Math is logic. N.M.S. God is no game. One reason I think evolution isn't real is because they can't be saying they have proved evolution exists and flat out just said evolution is. But yeah, you one of the few live streams on the PS4 menu.
Oh, cool. Right on. I'm one of the rare ones. You know what? This conversation between Professor X and Ron, it reminds me a lot of that Futurama episode where the professor got stranded on the planet with the girls and the guys, and they basically went back in time, and they were like trying to like separate and basically come back together, and they realized overnight there was like this biological boom in mechanics, and like basically the professor had came there as like its own like creature that had basically created something mechanical that you could look at as the professor as like a deity in those kind of eyes, of the mechanical points of him being like the start, and they cover that in the very end of the episode. So it's just like, I don't know, it could be anything. For all we know, we could be a fucking drop in a fucking puddle in like someone else's fucking bigger galactic universe, you know. But at the same time, there could be deities, there could be science, and like the whole point of like where like we prove what's not, you know, like to be like freaking like consistent.
So much evidence. Thus they say evolution is a theory.
Exactly, because like there's a lot of things that science can explain. There's a lot of stuff that like spirituality can explain too. So it's like having the mixture and the knowledge gives you the chance to kind of form your opinion. And then even in the end, you know, it's like we're gaining knowledge all throughout our life. You know what I mean? So it's like our opinions change as we craft around our experiences, and that's really what needs to happen. Is people need to have those experiences.
Something until you're 100% certain we did.
True. It's not 100%, you know, conclusive.
Cannot see it happening.
But at the same time, you got to start somewhere. You know, like you have to like start the like timeline.
Logical theory.
Exactly, just like when we talked about the extinction.
Ignore those some.
Yeah, exactly. I love those theories when you see them online. You're like, I'm pretty sure NASA satellites have proven otherwise and stuff like that. And there is a curvature. If you go to like Mount Everest and climb it, you can actually physically see the curvature of the world, which is kind of cool. Kind of want to do that sometime on my bucket list. So that's times 3, that's 15 minus 1. Then that's again flopping over, and then obviously minus the 1 again, so that's where we get that. And that one's again, and then it's flipped over, and so it's like times 3, almost pretty much, as we're kind of like going through that portion. So that again times 3 would be, let's see, 366 minus 1, which is 365. It's like our year. Sweet. Hell yes. Yeah, you know, and that's kind of the thing here. Like my friend was telling me too. It's like there are people that like
But flat Earth
graphically.
theory is so funny. You should
It
check
really is. You know, I have.
Will
Like
you jump
honestly,
off Everest?
I I would not recommend anyone jumping off Everest there, Brandon. Might not be a good predicament. But cool thing is we just found a ship. I'm kind of fucking excited about that.
Unless you're 100% certain, you can't tell me the super devil and the flying spaghetti monster doesn't exist. I believe in both, but hard to explain.
Rick, I like you a lot more now that you slipped the spaghetti like monster inside of there. That was pretty fucking funny.
Who cares if evolution is real? Even if it was, we would never live long enough to experience its effects. Nagayan say neither we have a belief, either we were seeded by spacefarers or we were created, and the sacred geometry is true. N.M.S poses.
Yeah,
I understand.
I agree with that. There is like kind of two things where it teeters off into that, where it's either we're children of dust, or we're something that's like more of an elaborate portion of like the way causality works and function. Like everything is by design. Because I mean, like even scientists, they look at the fucking physics and they barely fucking understand what the fuck's going on. Did you know that if you look at something, that you're changing the molecular structure as you're like looking at it and the way the atoms interact with it? So that, in its general point, is kind of cool that we can control.
Monster.
Yes, spaghetti monster. But yeah, there's a lot of cool theories when it comes down to like debates between science,
Just
religion, spirituality, and other stuff. Yeah, I got into him, calling him elite too.
I can only understand that if you think God caused the Big Bang, which I don't think the Big Bang happened.
It's over there. I don't know, like I mean, like they do have like radial images, but again, it's like anyone could like see that, like, you know, like the guy who wrote what was it? 2001 Space Odyssey was apparently like, it's rumored, I mean, that apparently he was the one that like did the space landing before we could even get to space. So like, you know, it's like if they're capable of doing that and pulling a facade over the American Republic and over the USSR in order to tell them, hey, we fucking did it, back the fuck off.
Suicide. He knew eventually evolution would create humans and he gave up.
Okay, like that's a good theory, but think of it this way. Okay, so a supernova is like a solar system Big Bang kind of type thing, like more on a minuscule level. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the atmosphere while I'm saying this, so we can speed up a little bit. So if that happens, then it goes back down to the point where like all of a sudden gravity brings it in, right, and spins it up, and basically ends up basically making another solar system through, like, you know, millions and billions of years going through that. What's not to say the same thing about a fucking like galaxy, is that, or a universe. A supermassive black hole blows up in a fucking galaxy and it does the same fucking thing again. All the matter is rearranged, everything settles over time and heats, and basically the expansion in the process of that, it's like kind of like what we go through in our fucking Earth. Like there's hot and cold like things. I mean, yes, global warming is a thing that we have to fucking deal with because our generation has helped accelerate it, but it's a natural thing that occurs in fucking like Earth. If you look at it, there was a reason why there was called the Ice Age and why Neanderthals and Homo sapiens came across a fucking bridge in order to fucking like basically utilize it.
When you're dismissed.
Ah. Well, and see, that's the thing, is you can't like discount like your theories as always being sound. You can't be biased, because the whole point of life is not to fear change, because the minute you fear change, you're stuck. You're one of those people that people get brandished as old, you know what I mean? Because you're stuck in your ways rather than just being like, okay, let's see what's adapt.
Okay.
And I do like that, like how everyone's kind of got their opinions and there's like no one like yelling at each other's throats. I'm totally digging that. You know, like this is a really cool debate, because sometimes these can kind of get a little sticky. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like people kind of get like a little hurt because they believe truly in what they're doing, and that's cool.
Created the Earth. What if the BBT created God? Someone tell this pseudo-intellectual Distfu. And tell him to stick to watching cat videos.
Oh, you must like a lot of cat videos, Piggy. You know a lot of knowledge points of that. But, you know, Elite, you bring up a very good point. You know, it's like, that's kind of like why I like that Futurama episode.
He always was.
Well, and you have that right to believe that, you know, because you could like freaking like pretty much, yeah, I know, right? You know, and like I like that whole like theory of like, you know, it's just like there is always that point, you know, it's like, but at the same time there was this really cool theory on freaking like what was it, I think Morgan Freeman hosted it, and they were talking about like how far-fetched would it be to think that maybe we as a cognate like freaking like creature Like, you know, like humans are very different than all the rest of the animals because we can make conscious choices and change those. We don't just operate off of instinct. That's what separates us from fucking animals. You know, I mean, they can be very intelligent, obviously, but we have that choice where we can morally think and be like, is that right? Is that wrong? Should I do this and that? And they can do that to a certain extent, but we can do it way better with the brain for as far as the way that it functions. You know, so it's like when you get down to the point of like wondering like what's gonna happen.
Looking at the screen anymore, LOL.
I know the chat's like eating me the same way, but I'm gonna check this at the same time. It's like, what if we created the deity?
Something
what if like we
cognitively nothing unless God was the reason behind it?
But that's
I have an open challenge. I will take on any comer with any area in the game, and we can reveal one hidden thing. When they can't alive. This may as well be a podcast chat.
I know, right?
Okay, cool.
This is like literally becoming like a live stream.
Us and the Bible is true.
Oh,
God?
That's a really good question. You know, it's like, you know, there has to be something before, like, that's funny. Anyways, but freaking like, you know, like, these are the questions we all ask you.
I can't take my eyes off the screen. This streamer is sexy AF.
Rick, I guess thank you.
So
my forte is my girls, but like freaking I do, like, I guess appreciate the compliment. Like,
the Bible was a biography for a street magician.
Well, and the thing that kind of like gets me though, it's like from my studying of it, because I was born Roman Catholic, like so it's like I was very much into the point of like
can't explain it because we can't imagine always existing.
Well, and also at the same time, scientists even agree that we cannot perceive the universe in its entirety. Like, it's just not possible. We're not made to, like, see that. Like, there are things that can see us better. Did you know that a human eye cap is 8K? That's it. That's all we can see. And there's way more, like, resolution to, like, what happens to the reality. Colors that you can't see that normally, because we only have the green, the red, and the blue that mix up. There's fucking things that have, like, yellow and other things that, like, fucking, like, can see way past what we can. You know what I mean? So it's like, you never discount that, you know, the perception of what we see.
Always existed.
Ooh, hydrogen and oxygen have not always been friends. That's for real. But let's go ahead and see if we can get a little more material, since I've like cleaned out my inventory spot obviously inside of here. So quickly, let's go ahead and break it down, send it to our inventory, and keep moving on, because we need to get back to that 33 and move on and see if we can't find. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure on Earth, like, it's gone through like carbon dioxide, which has an oxygen element inside of it and utilized like inside of there, but it just depends. But I am curious, like, MHN brings up a very good question, like, how so? Like, with phrasing a question like that, like, how do you, where are your facts? I'm curious.
Grabs popcorn.
Brandon's like the best with like fucking like mad living stuff in nowadays. It's like, I'm just gonna munch on some popcorn.
Only thing to exist, and he created air for us to breathe.
I mean, at the same time, too, Professor X, one thing that's always kind of, like, baffled me is obviously you have Old Testament, New Testament type thing, and, like, you have one story that creates everything in 7 days, and then you have another story with people inside of a garden that's already been created, so it's, like, two dissimilar stories, and, like, personally, me, like, and, like, hopefully I'm not offending you, Professor X, because these are my beliefs, and, like, you're totally able, whatever makes you happy, and that's what I agree with. Personally, I'm, like, more of a Buddhist at heart, I guess, if anything, and I don't really follow religion too much. I just kind of take every day as an experience and learn from that to better oneself. But the point that I've kind of gotten from it is, like, religions are great because it teaches morals for people. A lot of people, like, end up understanding that when they think they're being watched, they act different. You know what I mean? They act like normal society, not like barbarians and, like, you know, destroying shit. And, like, and that can be from any culture, any race, anything. You know, anyone could be evil.
I had to tell God to make air. She was stingy too.
I appreciate that you don't discount that God could not, if it did exist. It could be a girl, female of any kind of descent, of any race, any culture. That's why I liked freaking, what was it, what was the Kevin Smith movie he had? Dogma, if I remember correct. That movie was fucking hilarious. I loved it because it just, like, pushes the boundaries of what we kind of, like, understand for, like, religion and stuff like that. Like, Kevin Smith is quite a fucking hilarious person. I enjoy his films. I'm not really thrilled if he ends up coming out with another, like, freaking, like, Clerks, because the last one was okay. Wasn't the best.
So the universe took 6 days to make, and when it was complete, that's when the garden existed.
Oh, okay. So you're following and linking that.
There has been more deaths from arguments concerning religion and God than wars over resources and land.
which is kind of sad if you think
Mac,
about
the
it, because
stories make more sense if you understand the root story was adapted and retold to its people via a language created upon math. But evil things have happened in history.
way to keep it numeric. Because I did hear that like the stories themselves were passed on, and then like over like 500 years
Neil
later,
deGrasse
then like
Tyson
freaking
said, religion doesn't tell you how the heavens go, but how to go to heaven. They have nothing else to make, so may as well ruin clerks. Evil
yeah,
things
seriously.
happened due to sin.
MHN, did you watch fucking Yoga Hosers? That was fucking amazing. It was like female clerks with Bratzies, and if you haven't, you need to watch it. And I need to watch Tusk, because
Evil
apparently
things
that also
happen in
keeps the
history, period.
yeah, shit. Look at 1942. That was a fucking evil portion in like history. Like people needed to stand up. That's when war is necessary. I hate to say it. That's when I'm sorry. We need to root
But
out
if
an
God
evil.
created everything, he created sin.
Well, exactly, and like that's kind of the whole point of like the yin and yang is like what Buddhists would look at, and the same like religion point of like good and evil, and the war on that is like you need a balance. You
When
can't have
sin took
one
over,
without the
world
other.
became an evil place and everything that was perfect went out of balance. Mac, the Judaic language is math-based. The origin story is Sumerian Egyptian.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Thank you. Like, cause like I mean, personally myself, I'm always looking for like a little bit more knowledge.
Oh, by
Like,
the way, Neil deGrasse Tyson is making
okay,
his own
so
N.M.S game that's more realistic and has planetary physics.
oh my gosh,
Which
is
was
this
much
like
better than I
fucking
expected.
what is it, Dead
Also,
Island?
Tusk
And then they
was
come out with
great.
freaking like what was
The
it,
Bible
Dying
was
Light?
written by humans, from hand-me-down stories of ancient and uneducated people. I am
Oh,
sorry, but humans have a poor track record.
I mean, and that's the kind of thing that I kind of liked. If any of you guys have listened to Hospin,
As
what
for
is it?
human beings to live, we breathe
Fuck.
this air that
I think
comes
it's
from
Ill
trees.
Mind 6 is
Please
an
explain
amazing
how did
song
air never
because
be?
it basically gets the
Yes,
same
it was
thing. It's
written
like
by humans,
you
but God
basically
told them what to write.
true, but
Dead
like
Island in
humans are
space.
corrupt and they can kind of
On
add their
board.
own Mad Lib to that, which would spin it in a
However,
different
I
direction.
can't fully believe anything. In
So
my
it's
own
like
mind, fully devoting
we all
myself
ask that
to faith is
question,
making
like
me
why the
almost
fuck
be
are we
arrogant.
here? Like
Why?
that's something that's on the tip of everyone's cusp. It's like, are we important? Do we fade to black? Do we open our
N.M.S.
eyes in something different? It's
Like I said, the Bible was a biography for a street magician.
or shaman. If you follow that whole spiritual point. Like I mean, I'd never discount the point of like someone else being like a little more special and normal, as we utilize the the mind's eye. Because like there are
Nothing wrong
really
with
crazy
being
things.
agnostic.
No, neither. It's like you're just taking it each day and kind of like just believing what you see in that kind of point. And
Because
that's what I
before
like
the
about
universe
America.
existed, trees
We can all
didn't
have these
exist and
opinions.
humans didn't either, so trees generated no oxygen. I'm agnostic, nothing
Well,
wrong with it.
actually, Professor X, what about volcanoes? They excrete that of carbon monoxide, which we would therefore give the fuel to trees. So that would also be something that would have came about in the Jurassic and Jurassic era, where you see a lot of bigger
Okay,
portions.
So if someone in modern times said, "Gold told me to ride it," people will either laugh at them or call them cult leaders. What
Jim
is?
Jones! Jim Jones!
God. Volcanoes also used to not exist.
Well,
Created
actually,
with
but
black
thermodynamics
Harry
is
Potter
something
and
that's
very
always
active.
succeeded. In order for the the molten core in the center to move, we need to move, and it's just completely molten. Now, no one's ever seen the core, so I mean, again, they could be something new science for, but like what they've seen, there's always been cracks and fractures with like was it plate tectonics? So there always has been like some kind of like moving with like as it pelted the earth in the very beginning, and a lot of heat was creating this as certain elements were smashing against it. And personally, my point, I kind of like the N.M.S search where it's like you get like this stuff, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's just mine and my take. But this is interesting. Anyways, well,
Unless you feed us intelligence, you have the best memory.
Well, and the same point too is
Apocalypse, will the survivors believe it's a god?
as long as it's a zombie apocalypse, I'm fucking game.
Born with.
Who doesn't want a zombie
Shit
apocalypse?
has got more complex the farther we go.
Yep. Every day at a time, though.
Will.
Every day at a time. Okay, let's get to this trading outpost because I can land there really quick. And looks like I do have some like inventory I need to sell real quick. But while we're getting there, let me see if I can bring anything else back online that needs to go back on like this, like this. I'm not getting my ass handed to me by another fucking pirate ship again. They are gonna go down.
Mac, this is why I am saying the portal will not be opened by these scammers. You have
Wow,
to understand what the portal is and how it is created. Before the universe was more stable, it was just a bunch of rock and stuff. The Earth existed just in, wasn't like it was now. It all out of Bell. I want a vampire apocalypse. Zombies too easy.
You're making a very good point. You let the right one in type situation. That'd be a lot more scarier. And at Ron, I definitely agree. Like, if that's the way that Sean Murray created this game, there is way more depth than given to credit to, that people are basically kind of bitching about, because this basically rips open
portals in the current state of the game without using a mod.
Oh, you can do it with a mod? I need to fucking look that up after I get some food. Holy shit, that's fucking tight. Anyways, let's get this trading post now. Since
I sounded like a damn child there.
Oh, we all sound like child sometimes. Alright, so I'm not gonna get there anytime fast going this speed. But I might get there fast going this speed. Alright, there we go. Pump the brakes, aim the ship. Yeah, that's right. Any pirates that want to come at me, this is your moment of glory.
That is false. You do not know what the portal is.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people look at it.
Clown day, so get ready. So you can't open it.
Oh man, I was hoping there was some video out there of someone modding it out, but then again, like, where would it go? You know? I have seen these one cool stations though, like a few viewers, like an older viewer, like Jamal. Like, I haven't seen him around too much. He's actually been doing his own thing and like streaming some GTA, but it's still cool. You know, it was really nice to see him like in the very beginning.
You won't take the challenge.
A Limp Biscuit.
Want shoot a clown day? Sounds more fitting to have a shoot the criminals day.
Oh, you're going all purge basically at that point.
Yes, Ron, and when we figure out portals, I bet when you open it, it also unlocks the multiplayer that Murray said is in the game.
How crazy would that be if, like, maybe the portals were links to interdimensional points, like parallel universes that gave you dimensional links into other people's games? Like, wouldn't that be cool? It's like, here, you're in someone else's game, now find them. That'd be so funny.
The criminals didn't do nothing wrong.
Alright, we're coming up on this trading post pretty fast.
Originally, clowns was a way to tease black people. Rick Sean Murray clearly said in videos years before release, no multiplayer. No kappa. He is
really? Hero?
It's a joke, just made it up. And no, not criminal.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely can come off as trollish. I didn't know that Sean Murray in the beginning, it was already mentioning that, like, in an interview.
Current interviews taught there is mascotero.
Ooh, tonight's gonna be interesting then, since he'll be shedding a lot of the info. Good old Sean. Watch that get like 1 million views or some shit like that instantly.
Mac, I can send you an interview of what the portals are.
Yes, please link that like to my discussion board. If you end up going to my page, I have that open for people, and that'd be a really cool way for people when I'm not even logged on to kind of chime in there, if you don't mind, of course, Ron. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff real quick. Ooh, okay. The atmosphere's so chill here, I don't even have to worry. It's only a negative. I can live with that. Alright, these guys are pretty cool. Like, utilizing, like, this race, like, I've always gotten, like, really good deals. Like, they really buy stuff at high prices a lot of times. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of almost everything. Actually, I don't really need anything.
X, would you consider being raped as doing something wrong?
Alright, there we go. Get rid of that sheet. Don't need that. Cryonite, you can go to the wayside.
Talks about this game as fact, when no one knows anything for certain. Have some imagination, people.
Duck Pro, I do.
Lips and big feet.
Elite,
After all,
that's
that is a punishable crime.
Pretty fucked up. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, we're all trying to have fun here, we're not trying to like single out a certain race. So try to keep chill. I mean, you're a really good streamer and whatnot, but that's one thing I don't really tolerate on like the stream for the most part. I mean, I know you're trying to be a troll, but so is racism.
If you believe portals don't work, I am certain you will never open one. It messes people up a lot.
Let's see here.
Avoid blanket statements. Nothing is certain.
Let's see here. Ooh. A lot of
Personally,
comments.
I wouldn't.
Let's see here. I need to save Iridium and Zinc, that's for sure, because I still need to craft some warp to get out of here. And Plutonium I need in order to do
Wouldn't
so.
mind being raped.
Damn it. Oh my gosh. That's pretty crazy. Personally, me, I wouldn't want to be raped myself. I'd like to have the consensual factor. Okay, very nice.
Save it, Mac.
Wait a minute. Let's see here. I talk about the games and the facts where no one knows anything certain. That's what I was framing that for, Duck Pro. Was that comment? And then you put another one. The portals don't work, so maybe you thought I was responding to that one by the time I got to that. So it's in the chat. I saw what I read. Anyways, let me go ahead some stuff really quick.
You shouldn't go to Qatar then. I don't mean to be racist nor single out a race.
Well, you never been like that, so like that's why I was kind of like wondering like what the hell. I was like, you've never really been like that, so like I wasn't gonna like just ban you because like you've been a really cool viewer and kind of been along the ride for a long thing. Just like Brandon, you can be a little.
Prove the non-existence of a small mini puzzle, but they have data mined, code, or text.
All right, that's looking pretty perfect, right there. All right, I'm happy with that. And that should be just enough. Let me go ahead and get some carbon in my life.
You support again. People having an imagination.
I support people having an imagination. That's the one thing of a beautiful world. I don't know where you're coming from, Duck Pro. You came from the dark, and now you're confusing the shit out of me with what I'm phrasing as I answer the questions. Now I know there's a delay, so I mean, like I totally understand. Like shit happens. But I think you're being confused by the delay. I'm not saying people can be suppressed with imaginations. But if you're phrasing that to Ron and other people inside the chat, I definitely am listening. There's a lot to keep up with while I'm still trying to play. So, I mean, I know that, you know, you might be talking to one of the other individual people inside the chat room. I'm going to go ahead and, like, open this up real quick.
Shots fired.
Oh, dear gosh. Alright, so let's get all these trees. Perfect. I haven't gotten that one. One of these days I'll get the fucking like
Never
little.
Mind, bro. LOLILL. Let go. Ha ha ha. Do the fauna in N.M.S wonder if there is a creator? Hell, not even Qatar. Saudi Arabia as well.
Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go ahead and get up here real quick.
Just misunderstanding, I think.
Yeah, I know, I agree. Like, because like I've had times where I've been trying to talk to people, and because of the delay in the chat, like sometimes I end up like saying stuff off, or I answer the question right as they're freaking phrasing it. So it's like I totally understand that.
They just want better textures.
Oh, here you go. Perfect. Let's hop on our ship so we don't have to lose any like atmospheric pressure points. All right. So.
I don't support gays, trans, lesbians, pans, feminists, so-called Syrian refugees. They're not their terrorist ISIS, and Black Lives Matter.
Well, and you know, you do have that as an American, right? Now, personally, me, I'm on the opposing side. I think everyone should have the equality, regardless if it's part of the LGBT movement, which I think is fucking a horrible acronym. Like, seriously, you couldn't come up with something cooler. But, I mean, the movement's still just as important. But I do agree towards the whole point of, like, the Black Lives Matter movement. That in itself kind of segregates. And for me, it's like, I think all lives matter. And I've said that on many streams, and I've said that very openly in my own opinions with other people, because it's like when you start doing that, and I get it, you know, the world has kind of pushed people to kind of go that way sometimes, because it's like just like the whole Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, both of them were basically freedom fighters for their days, but done in different days. So it's just like, for me,
after Redding's laid me.
I personally think that, you know, it's like, I think that certain things do matter, and that means everyone matters. But you know, you're entitled to that opinion, X. I mean, that is America. We are to be a little bit rock and roll and a little country. So it looks like you're a little country while I'm a little rock and roll.
I will challenge any modder or data miner and prove you know zero. Period.
Ooh.
You're not even against feminist? And Ron will do the
well, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't like the way that they come across, but I mean, they're entitled to that opinion, being American.
Why are you against feminist?
Like, I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, obviously there's male chauvinistic guys, so it's the balance. You know what I mean? I mean, girls that are extreme and they're passionate about, you know, respecting their body.
Curious.
Not now. Personally, I think that sometimes that they can
It's
go a little
just
too
labels
far.
at the end,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
need to stop. Because they're f-king sexist pigs.
Well,
Eureka.
at the same time, guys can be sexist pigs too. You know, it goes both ways. I agree though. Like, you know, you can kind of feel like you're discriminated against, but I think anyone can be discriminated in today's day and age.
Their
I mean,
only
like,
motive in their SHTTY life is complaining.
uh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's probably a feminist somewhere that would spark up. Well, da 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 da. You know, it's like they would,
Are
you know,
you
say their
referring
opinion.
to third wave feminism?
Oh, and see, that's a really good point. There's different grades of what's going on. Doesn't mean the person you see that's representing that portion of the group
Feminazi.
is the portion of like freaking like that's actually representing the true thing. Just like Black Panthers, they didn't really like freaking like want to go all violent, but the way that shit's going
Yes, but
nowadays
they
is
only
like painting this
believe
picture
guys
of
are
it.
sexist.
Not all of
Don't blame
them.
the actions of few on the many.
Exactly, I agree with that. That's very
They
true because
also
there's
believe
equality.
guys only tape two.
Tape two. What's that mean? I'm confused. I'm gonna craft some
I
antimatter in the
am a
process while I let
Buddhist
you
and
guys.
an agnostic. I
Ooh.
get frustrated with how people act, but at the end of the day we know very little and we are all in.
See, I'm like Hero. I can definitely relate to him on that like portion of it, like where it's like at the end of the day, you know, we can just try to find a meaning to what we find comfort as we lay our head on a pillow and go to sleep to do it again. You know, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you think of it that way, but it's like, you know, we all try to find meaning. But you know, that
And
goes.
some people think God is a turtle.
Really? I've never heard of that. Is there a turtle cult? I shouldn't say cult. Maybe someone's offended by that. They're just like, no, that is a prestigious religious pursuit. The Tortai have been around for eons. We've hundreds of years swam the seas.
Okay.
We're part of
There's
Aquaman's
tons
crew.
of feminazis, also a female being mostly unclothed for them equals objectifying them, which is understandable, but when commercials objectify guys,
Okay, X, here's something for you. Like, for us. You know, it's like, you know, guys
they say
definitely
that
feel
objectifies
this
women.
nowadays, and I get it. Like, myself, I've been objectified as a guy with women where I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that was weird. Is this what, like, girls feel like? That's really funny, Brandon. You know what I mean? When they're being objectified in the same thing. But look at the 50s and 60s. Look what the roles and the way they were reversed, and, like, just with, you know, feminist movements where it was, like, kind of segregating the workforce, you know what I mean? Where girls weren't getting the same equal fare as what guys were getting. And now it's kind of came down to the point where it's full swing, where the open opportunity portion has happened, where now it's kind of like they're kind of running, like, there is good quality women out there that are busting their ass off to, like, fucking get where they need to, but at the same time there's a whole bunch of them just, like, riding with, like, MHN was saying, where it's like the third, you know, wave ones, where it's like they're kind of ruining what that image is supposed to be, you know. So it's like it can go both ways, you know.
Then God bless those people. Don't
Exactly.
mix them with good people.
You know, and it's like we all have that dream that we can all get along, and that's where I kind of figure, you know, it's like I want that. I want everyone to be like chill and cool with each other. It's like we shouldn't have the necessity for guns, you know. I kind of feel like in a culture, but at the same time, what if aliens attack and what if they're rude? You know, and I'm not talking like rude, like they spill some like coffee, you know, they're like, oh my bad. It's like, dude, don't worry, we'll steam clean it. I'm talking to like murdering the president type shit, like that would be wrong. Like, you know, like that's when you need to go to war type shit with aliens, you know, like, which this is kind of why I want the Krogan War or the First Contact War to happen with freaking like Mass Effect, because I would love that story. Hey, I don't see anything I need, but you know what? There's nothing really here super important. I already got the one ship, so let's go somewhere different. Go to another like star system, explore a little bit more.
And as aliens grow up.
I don't know. That'd be really weird. Like, would that mean that aliens are capitalists? They're salesmen? They've been coming to our fucking like doorstep of Earth because they're star-to-star salesmen. They're like, hi, my name is Flip-Flop, and I have this lovely new intergalactic firework. No, don't worry. I totally get the same thing at the same time. We all have our opinions.
Be the people who want equality for men and women. It sounds less selfish.
Well, I agree. There shouldn't be separate groups just to be a representative of, you know, all culture, you know, all race and all gender. rather wrapped into one, that is defending the injustice of that. You know what I mean? Like, where it's kind of like Starfleet, where it's just like this united federation, where like there is no difference anymore. You know, everyone's part of like this whole point, but it won't happen that way. Like, I hate to say it, unless some aliens come down to fucking Earth, and like if they existed to the point to cause a war, that's the only time we're gonna get that. If you watch Watchmen, you literally, or if you read the graphic novel, or watched the graphic novel, because there was a cartoon that my friend brought over that was fucking awesome. Same here. I agree. I mean, if you really think about it, though, gaming does solve a little bit of humanity's psychosis, because look at Grand Theft Auto. Every single time another Grand Theft Auto comes out, crime rate goes down.
To be different and diverse, doing things, religions, cultures, it's just going to get more complex.
Oh shit, hold on.
It's the way your gods made us.
Ooh, spiraling in here. Let's see. Well, we have something more for Nada. Probably not. Probably give me something hella basic, hella stock.
Games do a lot actually. It's almost surreal.
Yeah, to follow further up on MHN, a lot of people that are return viewers know that I always preach on this for as far as the fact that
our motto is kill all women. Then feminists get offended and kill feminism despite them being.
Yeah, but see, that's just throwing fuel on the fire, you know. It shouldn't even have to be that, you know. We shouldn't have to step up to like balance it, an injustice with an injustice. But to further up what MHN is with the gaming, like, you can literally get bigger portions of like knowledge. It grows your brain. Gaming literally, it grows your fucking brain. Like, scientists have proved that it's like, yeah, everything is functioning. You're utilizing your thinking process, you're utilizing your memory, you're using like your hand-eye coordination, you're utilizing everything that you need in real life that helps you smarter. It's like, why you see these gamers and they're nerds, you know what I mean? Because like, we're fucking average, but we're more than average because we're training ourselves to be more than average. Now, the whole point isn't to be fucking locked up inside of a fucking house all the time, you know. It's like you want to be out and be social. I definitely have to balance both of them, you know what I mean, for as far as like work, play, and like streaming, you know what I mean. It's like a lot of you see me over the last like 2.5 months just kind of like make this my kind of grind, is like get off work and kind of log in here a few hours, and then on my days off I just like fucking grind and fucking like, and I'm up here and like, and I've gotten to meet a lot of cool people along the way.
Diver said, why add more fuel to the fire?
Yeah, I see. I kind of agree with that, because it's just like, you know, you don't want to be the same person that's casting the stone. You know what I mean? It's like you want to be the person that's sitting there like, whoa, 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 how do we even get here? How do we even get here? Let's figure out how to get away from here. You know what I mean? It's like, we shouldn't be the one to have to raise an army to fight an army. We should be the diplomats to tell the army that that's barbaric. And that's like not something that's necessarily needed into today's society. You know, it's if we turn back the tables 200 years ago, I mean, shit, the discrimination in the fucking world that we lived in was completely different. I mean, if you look at the way America, it's a beautiful fucking country. Well, I mean,
so kill all blacks,
you're not you're not a freaking like enemy X. Obviously you're entitled to your opinion, but there's a lot of people that pop into these that have strong opinions that oppose that of yours. So it's like, you just got to be open to that receptive point. Just like I'm open to a troll popping into here every so often. I have to not lose my cool and just kind of like, okay, you want to be a troll, and kind of try to tolerate it, and to the point where it becomes like either super racist or it becomes something where I just don't want to tolerate myself, and then I just kind of boot them out of there. But it's like, you have to be open to that. You know, it's like you have to be to the opposing side, to the yin to the yang, to the, you know, the Democrats to the Republican type swing. You know, it's like there's always going to be two sides, you know, sided token, unless you're fucking Harvey Dent.
I love you, baby. X, I'm actually touching myself to your opinions.
Alright, let's go ahead and get down to this planet real quick.
WTH.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to get at, X, is you're a necessity, but I don't want you to feel alienated too, because, like, you know what, you have been a really cool streamer, or actually a viewer, should I say. I don't know, maybe you do stream, but, you know, so it's like, you know, I always try to stick up for everyone that kind of comes back in here and, like, you know, give everyone a fair chance. Trust me, if you guys ever have been into my old, like, streams, like, I'm pretty sure Brandon can key in, like, if you look at Emilio, yeah, if Emilio was here and freaking Bonnie was here, I mean, dude, the thickest thief thing that they basically had.
To an opinion, but when you force your opinion on others, it then frustrates those that oppose your own views.
I agree. It is inevitable.
You're cool.
Well, right on. I'm glad everyone can kind of like get along to that. So, guys and gals, I'm gonna go ahead and log off real fast. I need to get something in my tummy.
Okay.
Need to get some food. But
And
thank you so much for viewing.
trophies.
I appreciate everyone in the freaking comment chat they got up to. You know, Ron, I'll fix the link. I'll try to do that, like obviously, because like it goes to a washing machine, which kind of sucks, and I don't want that. But for everyone else, I will see you guys probably maybe later, like guys and gals, freaking, and I will be streaming probably N.M.S. yet again.
I'm still gonna touch myself till you go.
Oh dear gosh. Anywho, like as I see a ninth person get on, like this like lovely like freaking like podcast gaming NMS chat awesomeness, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. And if you guys want to catch me later on, just hit that subscription button. You can see me pop back onto live feed, or if you're on the network, you know, you can always see me kind of pop on here and there. I'm usually on there once a day type shit if you're interested. If not, thanks for viewing nonetheless. You know, I always appreciate an extra viewer count on like the freaking like the YouTube thing kind of go up every here and there. That's not the whole point, you know. Obviously, the whole point is to kind of reach people and like freaking like you know
America
beat my
is
games.
Beautiful, yes, but there's a lot of dicks in the world. There's more than 2 parties. The media only broadcast 2.
And Elite, further up, and this is where I'm going to end it, is yeah, America is beautiful, but if you look at what we did to the Native Americans, thank you. If you look at the Native Americans and look what they did in North America, and then we, as like the British nation at that point in time under that regime, came over, started America, and kicked them out. We were no better than the Germans in 1942. You know what I mean? Where we eradicated. The only difference was we weren't saying we can all be blonde hair, blue eyes type bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like every fucking nation has a side to tell and an underbelly to fucking keep secret. Look at Rome. It rose and fell, and the shit that they did inside of that, like, you know, portion of that was different. So it's like everything has a side to it, and that's why I like it. You know, it's like not every stone can be turned and just be flipped on one side. You got to keep flipping it and seeing what's on every single aspect of it. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys, and I'm gonna go get some food. So hopefully I'll be back on like the next hour. And definitely, Hero, it was nice fucking like seeing you on this chat again. I've been seeing you popping more and more on top of there. And for the people that I've met for the first time, again, thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys and gals later.